Tigers and the Gators. Florida's defense, Wyatt Langford in left, Michael Robertson in center, Ty Evans in right field. Along the infield, third baseman Colby Halter, first baseman B.T. Riopel. Up the middle, Josh Rivera at short. Second baseman is Cade Curlin. Luke Heyman does the catching, and Jack Caglione is the pitcher. Before we give you his numbers, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Caglione out of Plant High School in Tampa, 3-0 with a 3.41 earned run average, 29 innings in 6 starts, 15 hits, 11 runs, all earned, 18 walks, 35 strikeouts. Teams have hit just 150 against Jack Caglione. Cole Foster leads it off for Auburn, and we will hand things over to the voice of the Tigers, my partner and friend, Andy Burcham.
Brad, thank you very much. Foster, Pierce, and Irish for Auburn in the first. Foster 2 for 8 on the weekend. He has scored 4 of Auburn's runs. First pitch from Caglione. It's a fastball that misses low. Seth Buckminster is the home plate umpire. Jordan Farrell at first. Michael Banks at second. Christopher Griffith is at third. Pitch. Swing on a fly ball into center. Michael Robertson ranges to his left and makes the catch. Our first pitch weather forecast today presented by our friends at Premium Beverage, who remind you Modelo is brewed for full-time fans. Drink responsibly. Modelo Especial beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. 81 degrees, wind out of the northwest, 4 miles per hour today, and mostly sunny skies, hazy conditions. One down in the first, and here's Bobby Pierce. First pitch, fastball that misses up and out at 96.
Caglione features a fastball and a slider.
And there is a strike, 1-1 the count.
He's got 3 other pitches, but 88% of what he's thrown this year has been the fastball and slider.
1-1 to Pierce. He fouls it back. A ball and 2 strikes to the Auburn left fielder. 4 for 8 on the weekend. 3 runs scored, 2 runs batted in. The pitch to him. Missed upstairs.
And there is a drastic change in velocity between the fastball and everything else.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Pierce. Up the middle, but to the second baseman. They had him shaded up the middle. Curlin throws to first and throws it away and into the dugout. And that will be the first error of the weekend for the Gators. And Pierce goes to second on the play.
Third error of the year for Curlin at second base. That was a routine ground ball. You mentioned it, Andy. They had him defended perfectly on a hot shot just to the right of second base. Curlin fielded it cleanly and just airmailed the throw. And don't forget, you got Riopel at first base. It's not Caglione over there. Riopel still plays there at first a good bit when Caglione pitches, but, yeah, just an airmailed throw.
Riopel is 6 foot. Caglione is 6'5".
Yeah.
Here's Ike Irish. First pitch, swing, and a shot off the front of the Auburn dugout for a foul ball. Ike is 3 for 9 this weekend. He has driven home a team-high 5 runs, including his 3rd home run, a 2-run shot in the first inning on Friday. Caglione comes set. Here's the pitch. Outside and to the backstop. And Pierce goes to third on the play. A wild pitch charge to Caglione. 3rd of the season. There is no padding behind home plate.
And it's a short distance, too.
Yeah.
It's one of the shortest distances you'll find in the league. It's only about 45 feet.
And the ball will bounce back. That one hit and then bounce straight up,
Yeah.
allowing Pierce to go to third. A ball and a strike to Irish. Here comes the pitch. Swing, and he loops it up the left side, trying to go the opposite way.
Almost a diving catch by a fan on the berm. Full extension, but he didn't quite get it.
Had a glove, though.
Yeah.
0-2 the count to Irish. Pierce at third, 1 out here in the first. A lot of room up the middle of the infield. The pitch. Strike 3 call on a pitch that was high and outside.
Well, it would appear the strike zone will not be quite as small today, if that is any indication.
Irish is down on strikes. And here is Bryson Ware. 2 down in the inning now. Here comes the pitch. Inside, hit him. On the foot, or the ankle. So we've seen an error, a wild pitch, a hit batter in the inning, and Auburn has runners at the corners with 2 down.
Yeah, without the benefit of a hit, you sure would love to establish early, making Florida pay for some mistakes. This is the smallest crowd of the 3 games. And it's just a different kind of feel at the beginning of this game than we saw the first 2.
Soon we're going to see a crowd grow as this day goes on.
Sure.
Ware at first, Pierce at third. The pitch to Kirby, and he swings at the fastball and fouls it back. Justin is 2 for 7 on the weekend with a run batted in. Runners at first and third for Auburn in the first. 2 down in the inning. Caglione pitches. Ware goes, pitches high, no throw to second base. That's a stolen base for Bryson, his 3rd of the year.
Now a base hit means 2.
Caglione is not quick to the plate. I think Auburn will try to take advantage of that today. Pitch on the way. Kirby chops it foul past third. A ball and 2 strikes.
A little bit early. That was the slider. The fastball's in the mid-90s, maybe a little above. The slider comes in 82, 83.
Pierce at third and Ware at second. A ball and 2 strikes. 2 and 2 the count to Kirby. Here comes the pitch. Got him swinging. The inning's over. Threw the fastball by him at 98. No runs, no hits, an error, and 2 men left for Auburn in the top of the first. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
The 50-yard line at Jordan Hare.
Play action. Reed in trouble. Reed gets rid of it. And it's picked off. James at the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Down the sideline. He's gone. Touchdown. DJ James.
Center court at Neville Arena.
Auburn, SEC champs. Start to finish. The Tigers win 82-71. And the celebration begins at Auburn's Neville Arena.
Behind the plate at Plainsman Park.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the Tigers win. In 2018, they celebrated in Raleigh, North Carolina. In 2019 in Atlanta. But today, Auburn celebrates at Plainsman Park.
We put you right in the middle of the action. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Auburn strands a couple in the top of the first. Florida bats in the bottom with Kurland, Langford, and Caglione. It'll be defensively Bobby Pearson left, Kason Howell in center, Justin Kirby in right. Corners of the infield, Bryson Ware at third, Cooper McMurray at first. Up the middle, Cole Foster at short, Caden Green at second. Nate LaRue does the catching, and Tommy Vale gets his first start of the weekend. First start in 10 days. He's had 9 days rest since starting the opener in each of the first 2 conference series, and in those 2 conference starts has held the opponent scoreless in the first 3 innings before allowing a combined 7 runs in the 4th of those last 2 starts. For the year, Vale 2-1 with a 3.57 earned run average, 22 2/3 innings, 11 hits, 9 runs, 12 walks, 29 strikeouts. Teams have hit 141 against Tommy Vale this year. The overall numbers in the league, 0-1, and the earned run average above 8.5. 8 runs on 9 hits in 8 1/3, 6 walks, and 11 strikeouts. The 11 strikeouts tops among Auburn pitchers entering the day. He will face Kurland, Langford, and Caglione.
Florida 23-5, 6-2 in SEC play. Coming into this Sunday rubber game of the series. The pitch to Kurland is a fastball in there for a strike. Kurland is 1 for 10 this weekend. His first hit came late in the game last night. Vale always works off the stretch, and the pitch and a high drive to deep left field. Pierce is back, and he makes the catch in front of the warning track.
Change up at 84 miles an hour. It was up, and it was intended to be a little further out. It got more of the plate. Kurland thought he could drive it, but he couldn't go up and keep the same power as a level swing, so Pierce able to chase it down.
The benefit of those that have not been with us for the weekend. The top 4 in this order for Florida: Curlin 8 homers, Langford 7, Caglione 18, and Rivera with 11. Just as a reminder for those that have joined us on the weekend. Here is Langford. First pitch. Missed inside, a ball and no strikes. 1 for 6 on the weekend. He has scored 4 runs, though, for the Gators.
Yeah, this lineup is something else. They have 4 of the first 5 have at least 32 RBIs, including 2 40-ribby guys.
1-0. Bounces up there, blocked by LaRue. 2 balls and no strikes. Langford hitting .368 on the season, 7 homers, 19 runs batted in.
Wind is blowing out to right today, but not as forcefully as it was for the duration of the game yesterday.
1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the first for the Gators. The pitch. Ball 3 high. Oh, with Caglione on deck, you are just playing with fire as you go to 3-0 on the count now to Langford. Stretch and the pitch. There's a strike down the middle. Outfield straightaway, infield back, Ware near the line at third. McMurray off the line at first for Auburn. The pitch. Missed low.
Yesterday, Auburn pitchers only walked 4 batters, but 3 of them came in to score. Florida did a good job of taking advantage of almost every freebie they were given yesterday.
And here's Jack Caglione. He's 5 for 9 on the weekend, 2 runs scored, 4 runs batted in. Hit a mammoth home run in the first inning yesterday, tripled as well. Stretching the pitch to him. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. He swings at the first pitch almost 100% of the time.
Yep. And a couple times Auburn has had success doing what Tommy just tried to do and jam him. Get in on the hands, and he's popped out a couple of times this weekend on pitches just like that.
0-1 the count to Caglione. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
That was the fastball.
91 and a good location for Tommy Vale.
It was down.
Langford gets his lead at first. He's there with 1 down. No balls and 2 strikes to Caglione. Here's the pitch. Swings and lifts it out of play off the left side. You can make a good pitch to this guy on the outside corner and even off the outside corner, and he covers the plate.
Yeah, and he uses the 6'5" to his advantage. A little bit of an open stance, but you almost have to throw it off the outside corner.
Another 0-2. No, not made. Throw low and scooped by McMurray at first. Cooper's played a good first base for the Tigers this weekend. Good to have him back in the lineup as a hitter and a defender.
And to your point about Caglione's ability to reach across, that's why that inside corner is so important. Big, long arms, long reach. Try to jam him.
Stretch by Vale. Snap throw to first. Close, but safe as Langford goes in standing up.
Langford does not have a stolen base attempt this year.
Vale shakes off a sign, gets the one he wants. The 0-2 to Caglione. Fouled past first.
And see, you try to jam him sometimes. If he's got a good level swing on it, he can do that.
If you don't jam him enough is when you get into trouble.
Yep.
Langford gets a lead at first. He's there with 1 down. We're in the bottom of the first. There's no score. The pitch. Change up. Oh,
I think Seth Buckminster gave up on that pitch.
That was a really good pitch from Vale, but Auburn didn't get the call. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Chopper, foul. Pretty good battle here between Auburn's Tommy Vale and Florida's pitcher, Jack Caglione. This is a National League looking lineup. There's no DH.
Yeah, an old school National League. Now old school National League lineup.
Don't see the pitcher batting third very often, do we?
No.
1-2. Got him swinging a foul tip into the glove. A high fastball.
You got to get it way up there for this guy to swing and miss or foul tip into the mitt. You can't go letter high against him or he'll park it out in the grove. Really good pitch by Vale.
First strikeout for Tommy Vale and the Auburn Tigers. The K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. Can't relax. Josh Rivera to the plate with 2 down. Shortstop hitting .400 on the season with 11 homers and 40 runs batted in, and he lines one through the left side for a base hit.
He's just a good baseball player. Plays a really good short. He's one of the leaders on their team and a potent offensive hitter. That Caglione and Rivera back-to-back are as good as any back-to-back hitters you'll find in the game.
Certainly what we've seen so far this year. Now, we have not seen LSU and that potent offense yet.
Right.
We haven't seen South Carolina coming to town or going to Carolina in a couple weeks. But boy, this offense just is it's potent. And here's BT Riopel playing first base today. Caught the first 2 days. 2 outs, 2 on for the Gators. Stretching the pitch. Swing and a miss. 77 on that off-speed delivery from Tommy Vale. Riopel 3 for 6 this weekend with a couple runs scored and an RBI. He bats with runners at first and second, and 2 outs here in the first.
16 pitches for Vale thus far in the first inning.
Stretch in the pitch. Blocked by LaRue. 1 ball and 1 strike to Riopel, hitting .296 in SEC play. He's 8 for 27. 2 of his 4 home runs have come in the league. Langford at second and Rivera at first. A ball and a strike, the count to Riopel as Vale comes set. Checks the runner at second base, not once but twice. The pitch. Missed upstairs and appeal to third. He did not go. 2 balls and a strike. Auburn threatened but did not score in the top of the inning. Gators with runners at first and second and 2 outs in the bottom of the first. 2-1 pitch. Strike call on the outside edge.
It's always important to work the corners, but Coach Thompson has talked about it. Darren Schoenrock mentioned it with the team today at breakfast. Work your verticality. High, low, middle.
2-2 the count to Riopel. Here comes the pitch. Missed outside. LaRue tried to frame it, but it was off the outside edge. Count is full. And the runners get the early start. Langford from second and Rivera from first. Lefty on lefty here. Vale to Riopel. Here's the pitch. And he missed low. The bases are loaded. 2 walks in the first inning for Tommy Vale. And now here's Luke Heyman, the catcher. Hitting .400 on the year, 3 homers, 6 runs batted in. And Darren Schoenrock is out of the Auburn dugout already.
16 for 40. And 7 of those 16 hits have gone for extra bases for Heyman. 2 doubles, 2 triples to go with his 3 homers. Now he has struck out 10 times in 40 at-bats.
And is 0 for 4 this weekend.
Auburn left a couple of runners stranded in the top of the first. Tommy Vale trying to do the same thing here to Florida in the bottom of the inning.
Conversation between Darren Schoenrock, Auburn's pitching coach, and the battery for the Tigers is over. He was talking as much to Nate LaRue as he was talking to the pitcher, Tommy Vale.
Discussing what to call maybe in this at-bat.
Bases loaded, 2 outs for Luke Heyman. Langford at third, Rivera at second, and Riopel at first. Comes the pitch. Fouled back. No balls and a strike now to Heyman. Vale comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Change up low. No balls and 2 strikes.
Now, the book on Heyman is he will chase that pitch. I would expect to see Auburn try to go low and away again.
No balls and 2 strikes to the Florida catcher. Bases loaded, 2 down, bottom of the first. Stretch and delivery. Swinging a line drive into left. Here comes Pierce. It bounces and it gets by it. At least 2 runs are going to score. They're going to try and score the other runner. Here's Foster's throw home. It's not in time. And the Gators go up 3-0.
Well, they didn't get it far enough away. It was belt high and just to the outside of the middle part of the plate. That was not the spot that Vail wanted, 0-2. And then Pierce misplayed it in left field. He hit Foster, and I thought Foster had a chance to throw out Riopelle, but the throw wasn't particularly close, and all 3 runs score.
You walk 2 guys in this order, you're in trouble.
Yep.
3 home for the Gators in the first. Here's Colby Halter, the third base, and an 0-2 pitch to boot. Stretch and the pitch to Halter. Missed outside. Langford and Riopelle both walked. They both came home to score along with Rivera, who singled. Stretch and the pitch. He shows bunt. He went after it. They have to go to the third base umpire for Sec Buthminster to say that he did swing at the pitch or offer at the bunt. A ball and a strike. It is an error, by the way, on Pearson left to allow the third runner to score on that single. And Heyman, by the way, at second base. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss by Halter. A ball and 2 strikes.
Just exactly what you'd hope to avoid,
Yeah.
falling behind early. This is not a team you want to play from behind against.
Now the freebies.
Yep.
I mean,
Again.
Yeah.
2 walks and an error.
Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. Florida scores 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 Auburn error, and a man left. We're through 1 in Gainesville. Florida 3, Auburn nothing. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
It's a great day for Auburn Tigers to get vaccinated. COVID and flu vaccines are an important tool to help stop the pandemic. The Alabama Department of Public Health is offering the COVID and flu vaccines to anyone 6 months and older. COVID and flu are still on the rise. Don't let COVID and flu stop you from supporting your favorite team. Continue to help protect yourself, your friends, and our campus by getting the COVID and flu vaccines. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A. Download the Chick-fil-A app to earn and redeem points. Eat more chicken and War Eagle.
3-0 Gators as Auburn comes to the plate in the top half of the second. Boy, Tommy Vail walked 2 batters in the inning, had the bases loaded with 2 outs, and had an 0-2 count on the batter and missed his spot. Ball sailed into left field. Pierce came on. He stopped at the last minute because he knew he wouldn't get to it, but it still skipped by him. And 3 runs scored. Auburn still had an opportunity to throw out the runner at the plate. Just a tough play all the way around for Auburn. And the Gators jump on top 3-0. On the first 2 days of this series, the team that has scored first has won. Cooper McMurray will lead off the Auburn second. Caglione threw 24 pitches in the first and misses inside for ball 1 against McMurray. Cooper 2 for 6 with a run scored. Here comes the pitch.
Okay.
Strike called on the outside edge-ish. 1-1. Swing, and he loops it off the left side out of play.
What Auburn has to have is somebody in the dugout, and maybe they have. I'm not saying they didn't, but what you have to have in this situation is somebody talking and saying, hey, guys, long game, let's go right and punch back.
1-2 to McMurray. Chops it into the Florida dugout.
Caglione, his last start, threw 75 pitches in 3 2/3 innings against Ole Miss.
1-2. Outside and low.
The week before that, he gave up 5 runs in 5 innings against Alabama, a game that Florida lost here. And prior to Friday night's game, it was their only loss in SEC play.
2-2 to McMurray. Wind and delivery. High fly ball down the right field line, plenty of distance, but he pulled it foul. I mean, he hit it completely out of the ballpark. But well fouled by Cooper McMurray.
He has had some excellent at-bats this weekend.
Shift is on for Cooper right now. Pitch. Swing, and he hits one into deep center field. Back to the wall, goodbye. Cooper McMurray's 3rd home run of the year to deep center field. He pulled it to right on the previous pitch, and he bombs one to center, and Auburn is on the board on the leadoff homer from Cooper McMurray.
Cooper is now 5 for 9 against SEC pitching, and that's his first SEC home run. A no-doubter into that Disney Grove to the left of the batter's eye. That is the 2nd home run allowed by Caglione this year.
And here's Kason Howell. 3-1 the score, the pitch. Kason takes it high. One 1-0 pitch. Ball too high.
Patient at bats, the key against Caglione.
Now the 2-0 delivery. Sails to the backstop. 3-0.
Right-handed hitters coming in were batting .062 against Caglione.
It's an odd split.
Yeah.
Because lefties
.333
against the left-handed pitcher.
Now a little higher.
And there's ball 4.
Yeah.
High and outside. So Howell walks on 4 pitches. And here's Nate LaRue. A leadoff homer for Cooper McMurray to center. A 4-pitch walk to Kason Howell. And now Nate LaRue to the plate. He's 2 for 9 on the weekend. Howell gets a good lead at first. The stretch in the pitch. Inside, ball 1.
Would this be the first time we see Kason run?
Possibly.
This year.
Because it is a slow delivery home by Caglione. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't throw over.
Yeah.
The pitch. There's a strike. Took something off of that at 79 miles an hour. A ball and a strike to Nate LaRue. Tigers trail 3-1. We're in the 2nd. Runner at first. Nobody out for Auburn. Stretch in the pitch. Outside. 2 balls and a strike. And B.T. Riopel, a catcher, but playing first base today, comes in to talk to his pitcher. Not a bad idea for that guy to come in and talk.
I agree. Yep. And they may be talking about a throw over or strategy to guard against Howell cheating out a little extra at first or taking off.
2 balls and a strike to Nate LaRue. Howell gets his lead at first. Stretch and the pitch. Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Auburn catcher. Here comes the pitch. Swing on a looper into center. Long run for Robertson. The right fielder gets there. Evans makes the catch.
Got in on the hands that time of LaRue. Fisted it out to center or right center.
1 down, and here's Caden Green. Boy, at-bats can change on 1 pitch. We saw it with Nate last night on a 3-1 pitch that was called a strike. It hadn't been called a strike all night long.
And there's a lot of difference in that count between a 2-2 pitch and a 3-1.
That's my point. Stretch in the pitch to Green. Missed low. A leadoff homer by McMurray. A walk to Howell. He's at first. One out in the inning, and Green at the plate. Stretch and pitch. Caden takes a strike. Fastball elevated at 95. 1 ball and 1 strike. Green looking for his first hit of the weekend. He's 0 for 5. Runner goes, the pitch. Outside. Throw to second base. Not in time. First stolen base of the year for Kason Howell.
That was a good throw by Heyman. Howell got a good jump. We've mentioned that Caglione is a little slower to the plate. He's about a second and a half to the plate. And a good throw by Heyman made that close, but Kaysen did a good job to slide in before the throw could get there.
2-1 to Green now. Stretch and delivery. Swing on a foul back to the screen. 2-2 to Caden Green. Top of the order, and Cole Foster waits on deck for the Tigers. Auburn trails 3-1, but threatens here in the second. Now the 2-2. Popped him up. Back here, is there room for Heyman? Nah, he'll run out of room. Down and to our left is where that one fell. For those of you scoring at home. Beautiful day for baseball. It's been great weather all weekend here in Gainesville.
They're packed in anywhere there's shade.
2-2. Green sends one into the gap in left center field, but there is Robertson to run it down. 2 down.
They had him shaded a little bit that way, and then Robertson got a good jump on the ball. It hung up long enough for him to go get it. 2 fly ball outs.
And that brings Cole Foster to the plate. Auburn stranded 2 in scoring position in the first. The Gators took advantage and scored 3 times with 2 outs in the bottom of the inning. Auburn has a run home in this inning and a runner in scoring position, and Foster at the plate. Pitch. High, ball 1. Cole flied to center in the first inning. He's 2 for 9 this weekend. Howell gets his lead at second base. Stretch and the pitch. Outside. A ball and a strike.
Yeah, Florida already has 2 two-out hits. Be good for Foster to take advantage of a 2-0 count here. Maybe look fastball. Get Auburn's first 2-out hit.
2-0 the count to the Auburn shortstop. And he took it low.
He didn't get a fastball.
An off-speed pitch that the Gator fans thought should have been strike 1.
Well, it's because they've seen it called a strike, even though it's not.
3-0 to Cole Foster, 2 down in the inning. Stretch in the pitch. He was going after it and fouled it back.
And he had it timed okay, was just underneath it. Does he get another fastball here at 3-1? As well as he has done against right-handers. Now with 2 outs in the inning, another right-hander in Pierce on deck.
3-1 pitch to Cole Foster. Swings and misses as he pulled the string.
Yep. Well, it's a game of inches. Auburn had a little momentum just a moment ago. Caglione could rip it right back with a strikeout.
3-2 pitch to Foster. Fouled back to the screen on a high fastball. 97. Cole fortunate just to get a piece of that one.
Yeah, that was the hardest fastball of the day from the Florida starter.
Second inning presented by Auburn Bank, champions of youth. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4, he walked it.
Good at bat.
Ball goes up the third base line just enough for Howell to think about going to third, but he stays at second. Auburn has runners at first and second, and Kevin O'Sullivan, the longtime coach for the Gators, is out.
That is 2 walks to go with a hit batter for Caglione here in the first inning and 2/3 of this game. He walked 8 against Ole Miss last week in 3 2/3 innings. That's how he got up to 75 pitches in under 4 innings. Well, that's a lot of walks. How in the world he only gave up 2 runs?
Well, the Gators have taken advantage of some freebies today. Let's see if Auburn can return the favor. Bobby Pierce to the plate.
Florida's 2 for 4 with runners on base, 2 for 3 with 2 outs. Auburn 0 for 4 with runners on base and 0 for 1 with 2 outs. Still very, very early stages of our game.
Pierce reached on an air but was stranded in the first. The pitch to him. Swing and a miss. Howell at second and Foster at first for the Tigers. They're there with 2 down. No balls and a strike to Pierce. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a shot to center. Robertson breaks back. And he made the catch right at the warning track. I thought that was going to get over his head. But Robertson ran it down and saved 2 runs in the process. A run, no hits, no errors. Auburn has stranded 4 through the first 2 innings. Florida leads Auburn by a score of 3-1. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
The 50-yard line at Jordan Hare.
Jackson wide right, Fromm wide left. That's the short side of the field, out of the pro eye. Ashford under center. Pitches the ball to Tank Bigsby. To the boundary, 35, 25, 20. He is gone! Touchdown, Tank Bigsby! 35 yards, touchdown Auburn!
Center court at Neville Arena.
7 on the shot clock. Wendell Green with 5. Jabari inside to the basket. Dunks it and gets fouled. A resounding dunk for an SEC championship for Jabari Smith.
Behind the plate at Plainsman Park.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. He struck him out. He struck him out. The Tigers are going to Omaha. Burkhalter strikes out Forrester, and the Tigers dogpile in Corvallis.
We put you right in the middle of the action. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Gators on top 3-1. They come to the plate in the bottom of the second. Considering buying or selling property in Auburn, maybe a game day home or condo? Get in touch with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Auburn's #1 real estate company. Visit comehometoauburn.com to start your search. 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Gators in the second.
And nobody's easy. I mean, even Ty Evans had a couple of hits yesterday after coming off the bench for the Gators. Robertson, a 300 hitter. Curlin, a 350 hitter. So you got to lock in 1 through 9 in this order.
28 pitches in the first inning for Tommy Vale. That included a couple walks. First pitch to Evans. Misses the outside corner. A ball and no strikes.
You really need, even though it's just the second inning, after getting one of those runs back, you need a 0. Didn't get a 0 last night at all after scoring in the top of an inning.
Off-speed delivery in there for a strike to Evans. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ty 2 for 5 this weekend. Getting the start today for the Gators. Here's the pitch. Strike 2 down the middle. In spite of the fact that he's only batting .250 with 3 homers, he has 30 runs batted in. 1-2 pitch. 2-2 the count. It just missed the inside corner. That was strike 2 to Nate LaRue in the previous inning. 2-2 to Evans. All 3 low. Outfield play straight away with Evans at the plate. Infield at normal depth. Ware close to the line at third. 3-2 pitch to Evans. Got him swinging. He went after 1 off the outside edge. And that is the 3rd strikeout for Tommy Vale. The K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always #1.
Really easy to get frustrated if you think you have a 3rd strike earlier in the at-bat. It's where you like the poise, the veteran presence of Tommy Vale to be able to come back and still win that battle.
Here's Michael Robertson, who's made one of the defensive plays of the weekend, taking away extra bases off the bat of Bobby Pierce to end the top half of this second inning. Pitch to him. And it hit him on the back of the helmet.
He crouched down because he knew it was coming toward him, and the pitch broke and hit him in the helmet. And Tommy immediately looks up at him, holds his hand up, then taps his chest. Hey, my fault. Are you okay?
I think it was an off-speed delivery.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't matter to Robertson right now, but he's at first with one out, now the top of the order.
It was absolutely a breaking ball, an off-speed pitch, and as Robertson turned away and crouched down, the pitch broke and kind of followed him and hit the helmet.
And he's at first, and he has 5 stolen bases this season. Stole a base last night.
They like to run.
And here's Cade Kurland. Watch out for the hit and run here.
Yeah.
Stretch by Vale. And a throw to first. And Robertson is back safely without a tag.
Gators have attempted 39 stolen bases this year. They've only been caught 7 times.
Robertson gets his lead. He's there with 1 down in the bottom of the second. Stretch by Vale in the pitch. High with a fastball.
Kurland hit it hard his first time, but Pierce was able to go run it down.
And another throw to first by Vale. Again, Robertson is seeing him well back to the bag. Tommy Vale comes set. 1-0 to Kurland. Fouled back. A ball and a strike. A reminder to you, A-Day comes up on Saturday at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Tickets are just $10. 1 o'clock kickoff, or 1 o'clock first play. It starts at 1 o'clock. Part of a very big day on campus, the throw to first, runner back. It starts with the Frank Thomas statue unveiling at 10 a.m. Tiger Walk is set for 11:15. Kickoff for the A-Day game at 1, and Auburn baseball against Texas A&M at 3:30. 1-1 pitch. Again, a throw to first. This was low, and McMurray scoops it. Go to www.aubtix.com for your tickets. 1 ball and 1 strike to Kurland. Vale comes set. Here comes the pitch. High, 2-1. Strikeout to Evans to open the inning. He hit Robertson on the very first pitch. And now Vale's gone to 2-1 on Kurland, the pitch. Swing and a miss. A wicked cut. But he came up empty. The count is 2-2.
Again, Vale uses the verticality of the strike zone as much as he uses the outside corner or the inside corner. And you have to live with a few that are a little too high to set up that pitch that's back down at the knees.
Here comes the 2-2. Instead, a throw to first.
They don't like that.
Not even. That's what we'll hear next weekend. 2-2 to Kurland. Got him swinging. Down and on the outside corner. Second strikeout of the inning. 4th of the day for Vale. The K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1.
Yep. You train the bat. You train your eyes, and it's just muscle memory to swing a little higher. You remember Justin Kirby talked about that in game 2 of the Georgia series last weekend. They had seen their pitcher, Woods, up, and he lowered the bat a little bit for his big go-ahead home run.
Here's Wyatt Langford, first pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. Langford with one of the 2 walks in the first inning. He came home to score one of the 3 runs. Gators are on top 3-1. We're in the bottom of the second. Robertson at first, 2 down in the inning. Stretch in the pitch. High. A ball and a strike to Langford. Outfield straight away, infield back with 2 down in the inning. They hold the runner at first. Here comes the pitch. Ball 2 outside. Vale has 2 walks, a hit batter, and 4 strikeouts in the first inning and 2/3. comes set. Throw to first. Runner back.
You know, Florida pitchers never throw over to first.
2-1. Ball 3 high.
That is the fourth 3-ball count to which Vail is gone. The first 11 batters that he's faced. That'll skyrocket the pitch count.
3-1. Fouled back to the screen.
You want to get him. It's easier said than done, but you want to get Langford. Leave Caglione to lead off the next inning.
The count is full, and Robertson will be off with the pitch. Auburn will not hold him on. Langford chokes up the pitch. Ball 4. Down and in. Robertson around second base as LaRue retrieves it, and here comes Caglione.
So a hit by pitch and a walk are how these guys get on ahead of the leading home run hitter in the conference.
Caglione a strikeout in the first. He's 5 for 10 this weekend with 4 runs batted in. And Nate LaRue will come out to talk it over with his pitcher, Tommy Vail. Nobody in the Auburn bullpen. A couple bullpen catchers out in Florida's bullpen.
On the Yellowwood scoreboard, one other SEC game that's underway now. Kentucky playing for the sweep of Missouri, and the Wildcats lead 2-1. They're in the top of the 7th in Lexington. Quick game.
Here's Caglione, who struck out in the first. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. First pitch, he took it. It missed outside. That's a rarity that he doesn't go after the first pitch. A ball and no strikes to Caglione. Stretch in the pitch. Swing and a foul back. 3 in the first for the Gators. Auburn got a single run in the top of this inning. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. First and second, and Caglione at the plate for Florida. Stretch in the pitch. Swing on a fly ball into center. There's Kason Howell. He's there. Caglione reached out and hit it off the end of the bat, and the inning comes to a close. And for the first time since Friday, after Auburn scores a run in the top of an inning, the Gators are held scoreless in the bottom of the frame. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left for Florida. We're through 2. Gators lead the Tigers 3-1 as Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
In SEC sports, the ifs come at you every minute. What if your QB had released the ball a second earlier? What if the head coach hadn't used his last time out? What if your team goes all the way this season? If you love the tradition, if you live for the rivalry, if you can't wait each week for the absolute edge of your seat action, Regions is right there with you as the official bank of the SEC.
Regions can't help you with the F's in sports. Regions helps you embrace the fan life.
Member FDIC.
I'm Stuart Vance with the Vance Law Firm, and we're excited to be a proud partner of Auburn Athletics. This Auburn baseball season, the 3rd inning of every home game is sponsored by the Vance Law Firm. We're located right here in Central Alabama and ready to work for you. If you've been injured in a car wreck, let the Vance Law Firm get you the compensation you deserve. Call us today for a free consultation. It's as easy as dialing 3 for me. 333-3333.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power, proud to support the Auburn Tigers.
Tommy Vail worked out of a jam in the bottom of the second. Auburn back to the plate in the third. 3, 4, and 5 hitters to face Jack Caglione, who has thrown 47 pitches in the first 2 innings. He has stranded 4 today for Auburn. 3-1, the Gators lead it. 3rd inning, of course, is presented by the Vance Law Firm. At the Vance Law Firm, they say, dial 3 for me. 334-333-3333. Next action for Auburn. The Tigers are in Birmingham on Tuesday night. at Regions Field. Auburn and UAB at 6. We're on the air at 5:45. Hope to see a big orange and blue crowd on hand in Birmingham.
There's so many Auburn people in Birmingham, so many fans, and midweek game. You can't make the 2-hour drive for a midweek game to Auburn.
First pitch to Ike Irish, off speed and in there for a strike.
But you could be there Tuesday at Regions Park, Regions Field.
Pitch, swing on a line drive. That's a base hit into center field by Ike Irish.
I tried to get in on the hands that time.
Yeah,
tried to jam him.
He got the hands through it, did Ike Irish. That's his 4th hit of the weekend. He's 4 for 11. And the leadoff man on base for the 2nd straight inning for the Tigers. And here's Bryson Ware, hit by a pitch in the first. Stole a base but was stranded at second. Irish gets his lead. The stretch, here comes the pitch. Ware shows bunt and bunts it to the first baseman. Heyman will tag him, and Irish gets to second base on the play. 1 down.
Playing for a run at a time. Right-handed hitters, again, statistically are hitting under 100 against this guy. So if you have a productive out, if he's averaging an out 9 out of 10 times against a right-handed hitter, you make that a productive out.
Here's Kirby. High strike call.
Sure was. Little help from Heyman framing it.
Kirby a strikeout with runners at second and third to end the Auburn first inning. Irish gets his lead at second. Here's the stretch in the pitch. It misses a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Auburn right fielder. Justin is 2 for 8 with a run batted in this weekend. 8 homers, 26 runs batted in on the season. Hitting .270 for the Kent State transfer. Here's the pitch. Outside. 2 balls and a strike.
And that's where Auburn is looking. That's where Caglione throws for the highest percentage of strikes. He doesn't throw as high a percentage of strikes coming into the right-handed hitters.
Another 2-1. Kirby pops it up. Right side, shallow right field. Curlin gives way to the right fielder, and Evans makes the catch. 2 down.
It's hard to stay away from that inside pitch. It's coming from the left-hander. It's almost like a high 3/4 arm slot from Caglione, so it's sweeping across the plate
and
toward him.
He throws across his body, too. It's got some cross action to the right-hand hitters.
Yep.
All right, here's Cooper McMurray, who homered to center to open the Auburn second. He bats with a runner down at second base and 2 down. Stretch in the pitch. Holy cow. Strike call.
Yeah, that was low.
0-1. Just missed. And let me be honest, that was more of a strike than the first pitch.
Yeah, it was.
A ball and a strike to McMurray. Pitch on the way. Sails outside, 2 balls and a strike. Ike Irish at second base for 2 down in the inning. He opened the inning with a single. Caglione comes set. Here comes the pitch. Swinging on a foul off the left side, out of play. 2-2 to Cooper. It was a 2-2 pitch that he homered to center back in the second inning. Irish gets his lead at second. Now the 2-2. Up and in. 3-2 the count to McMurray. Auburn trails 3-1. We're in the third. Full count pitch to McMurray from Caglione. Here it is. And he walked him. Missed outside. First and second with 2 down.
Really like McMurray's recognition of the strike zone. He doesn't chase a whole lot. As a result, he's played about half the games. He's got 13 walks on the year, and 3 of them this weekend.
And he's at first with 2 down, and here's Kaysen Howell, who walked, stole a base, but was stranded in the second. Stretch in the pitch. Holy cow. Inside corner for strike 1. 0-1 the count to Kaysen. Stretch and delivery. There's a strike. 0-2 the count.
Yeah, if you give Caglione that strike on the inside corner, if you get fooled by the cross action, you help him out.
First and second, 2 outs. 0-2 the count to Howell. Stretch and the pitch. Hit him. Came up and in and hit him on the shoulder.
Seth Buckminster's calling him back.
Kaysen said it hit his shoulder.
Yeah. And the
they're going to
officials
review
will
it.
review it. Guy standing a foot away couldn't tell. So they'll go to Birmingham to look.
Why not check with the other umpires before you have to use a challenge if you're the home plate umpire? The Gator fans do not believe that he was hit by the pitch.
No.
Right in front of us here.
Right.
We do not have a replay monitor. Our radio brethren from Gainesville do have, and they say it hit him.
And they seem pretty convinced, so this shouldn't take all that long. He says, with no short-term memory whatsoever of previous reviews.
Butch Thompson looked at Kaysen Howell as he came back to the plate case and said, yeah, it got me on the shoulder.
Which is what our guys in the next booth confirmed. But it's up to the boys in Birmingham.
After further review, the call on the field stands.
All right.
Unbelievable. What are they looking at?
Oh, they didn't call that it was.
No.
Oh.
A ball and 2 strikes the count.
Oh, that's remarkable.
Holy cow. 1-2 to Howell. Here comes the pitch. And he swings and lines it off the screen.
Gonna be one of those days, huh?
Let me check my blood pressure. 1-2 to Howell. Got him swinging, the inning's over.
That's unbelievable.
Hey, Merry Christmas. No runs on a hit, no errors. 2 more men left. Auburn has stranded 6. We go to the bottom of the third. Gators lead 3-1. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
I'm Stuart Vance with the Vance Law Firm, and we're excited to be a proud partner of Auburn Athletics. This Auburn baseball season, the 3rd inning of every home game is sponsored by the Vance Law Firm. We're located right here in Central Alabama and ready to work for you. If you've been injured in a car wreck, let the Vance Law Firm get you the compensation you deserve. Call us today for a free consultation. It's as easy as dialing 3 for me. 333-3333.
Tommy Vale back to work for Auburn in the third. He's thrown 49 pitches. And he will get the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Gators in the 3rd inning. Before we get there, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Josh Rivera, B.T. Riopel, and Luke Heyman in the 3rd inning for the Gators. 3-1 is the Florida lead. Auburn has had runners in scoring position in all 3 innings thus far. The Tigers have stranded at 6. The Gators scored their 3 runs with 2 outs in the first. On a bases-loaded single to left by Luke Heyman, the ball was misplayed by Bobby Pierce, and a 3rd run scored on the play. And it came on an 0-2 count with 2 outs in the inning. Auburn's lone run, a leadoff solo home run by Cooper McMurray in the 2nd. Chase Alsop is in the Auburn bullpen. He's not starting to throw at this moment. But with Vale at 49 pitches through 2 innings, and Auburn trailing 3-1, you've got to think it's just a matter of time before Chase starts to warm up. Rivera will lead it off. He singled and scored in the 1st inning for Florida. Stretching the pitch. Bounces up there for ball one. Vale comes set. Here comes the pitch. Spins it high. 2 balls and no strikes to Rivera. 4 for 9 this weekend with a couple runs scored and an RBI. Vale sets up on the left side of the rubber and comes set. Here's the 2-0 to Rivera. Tried to hold up. He did not on a slider down and in. 2-1. Rivera, Riopel, and Heyman for the Gators in the third. Florida leads 3-1, the 2-1. A little bit low. It certainly had the plate. 3-1 the count. Three balls and a strike. Stretch and delivery. And he missed low, and it's a leadoff walk. That is the 4th walk surrendered by Vale. And here is BT Riopel. He walked and scored in the first. Gators on top 3-1. Leadoff man on here for Florida in the third. First time today. Rivera has 9 stolen bases. He leads the Gators this season. Swing and a miss by Riopel on his first pitch. And Alsop starts to warm up for Auburn in the pen. Stretch and delivery. Strike 2. Hammond 3 for 6 this weekend with 3 runs scored. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got it. 5th strikeout for Vale. Went down and away. 1 down in the inning. And now you're a double play from getting out of the inning. Luke Heyman to the plate, the catcher, with the big blow this ball game for either team. A 2-run single to left on an 0-2 pitch in the first inning with 2 down. His first hit of the weekend. He's hitting .415 on the season. 3 homers, 8 runs batted in. Stretch by Vale in the pitch. Popped it up. Right side.
Tough
long
play.
run for Green, long run for Kirby, who dives. Did Kirby make the catch? He did.
Wow.
Kirby with a fantastic catch in foul ground, a diving catch for the second out of the inning, and that's our defensive play of the game, presented by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites. Caden Green went flying by him as Kirby dove for the ball. Green then crashed into the wall down that right side. He's all right, 2 outs in the inning. What a play by Justin Kirby.
Every fly ball is an adventure. Now, the wind isn't swirling as much today as it has been here this weekend, but he had to come a long way to make that diving catch.
Here's Colby Halter with 2 down and a runner at first. The pitch. High with a fastball. I didn't think Kirby was going to get to that one, let alone make the diving catch. That was a fantabulous play.
Yes, it was. You could say that again.
1-0. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. 2 down now with a runner at first for the Gators. Auburn has stranded 6. Florida has stranded 3. They have a runner at first with 2 down here in the third. Snap throw over. Runner is back.
Vale's at 60 pitches now here in the third.
He has struck out 5. He's walked 4. Pitch to Halter. He fouled it back. 2-1. Auburn in the gray trousers today. Blue tops with the white lettering and the script Auburn across the chest. Blue ball caps and Bills in the orange AU across the front. 2-1 to Halter. Strike called on the outside corner.
Good pitch.
Gators in the home whites with the blue stripe down the side and the orange tops with the Florida blue ball caps today. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Halter shaking his head over that call, the pitch. He fouls it off the left side. A defensive swing just to stay alive. Not sure that Seth Buckminster is making a lot of friends in the ballpark today. Throw to first again, just to try and keep the runner close. 2-2, the count to Halter. A leadoff walk for Rivera. He's at first.
Rivera has stolen 9 bases this year. He's only been caught once. Makes sense that Auburn would pay a lot of attention to him.
2-2 pitch. Popped it up. Shallow right. Green looks up into the sky. Right on top of the line. He makes the catch in foul ground, and the inning comes to a close. Well, the leadoff walk does not come back to get Tommy Vale. No runs, no hits, no errors. A man left. The Gators have stranded 4. We're through 3 in Gainesville. Florida 3, Auburn 1. As Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-909-8122. 800-909-8122. 800-909-8122. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Through 3, Florida 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error. For Auburn, 1 run, 2 hits, and an error. We go to the 4th. Both starters are still in there, in spite of the fact their pitch counts are high. 65 pitches right now for Jack Caglione. He will get the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. And for the Auburn comeback in the middle 3 innings, Brad Boom Boom Law.
I love the optimism, and we'll see if he's a fortune teller when this one is all said and done. It'll be 8, 9, and 1, as Andy said. LaRue, Green, and Foster do up against Jack Caglione. Caglione is at 65 pitches through the first 3 frames as the Auburn catcher digs in from the right side. First pitch of the inning, bounced up there, a ball and nothing to LaRue. Nate flied out to right his first time. Both teams have 2 hits. The difference is Florida's 2 hits have come with 2 outs and with guys on base. There's a ground ball, base hit through to the left side, and LaRue has a hit in every game of the series. He's aboard. He's now 5 for 18 in SEC play. The Auburn catcher starting to figure it out a little bit offensively. And a leadoff base runner for the Tigers here in the 4th. A homer to lead off the 2nd, a leadoff single in the 3rd for the Tigers, and now a leadoff single here in the 4th. 3-1, Florida with the lead. And Caden Green takes ball 1 off the plate. Caglione, again, bears repeating, walked 8 batters last week against Ole Miss. Team won the game. He earned a no decision. Green fouls it off the hands, back to the screen. It's 1-1. The Auburn second baseman flied out to center his first time. Right-handed hitter digs back in. Gabe Gross watches on from the third base coach's box. Caglione's pitch inside and a little bit low. It's 2-1 to Green. LaRue at first has 3 stolen bases. The one time he was caught, he actually beat the throw. It was a blown call at second base. Here's the pitch. He goes, and there's a fly ball to left field. Well hit. That's back. That's over the wall. Caden Green has hit his 2nd home run of the year, and he's tied the game. We're all square at 3 in the 4th inning. A line drive home run by Caden Green on a 2-1 pitch. Auburn's second home run of the game. It's 3-3 in the fourth.
Well, you know what Caglione did to the first two hitters, both right-handed hitters?
He
fell behind both of them.
Yep.
A single to left by LaRue and a line drive down the left field line for Green. At Auburn, that goes off the wall. That's off the monster, but not here, and we're tied.
Still nobody out, and here's Cole Foster at the top of the order. Cole is walked, and he's flied to center field. First pitch. Catches the outside corner with an off-speed pitch. It's 0-1. Good pitch to start the at-bat from Caglione. Auburn hit a couple of homers in Friday night's win. There's a swing and a fly ball off the end of the bat. Shallow center. Robertson has to hustle after initially breaking back, and he does make the running catch. Foster hit it off the end of the bat and couldn't get the barrel on it. And there's the first out of the fourth.
Even before the home run by Green, left-hander Cade Fisher and right-hander Blake Purnell were warming up in the pen for Florida. They continue to warm up now.
First pitch to Bobby Pierce, waved at and missed. It's 0-1 to the Auburn left fielder. Here's a called strike on a fastball very quickly. It's 0-2. Florida is 3-4 this year when the opponent hits 2 home runs or more in a game. There's a line drive base hit on a hop past a diving third baseman Halter and into left field. Bobby Pierce has Auburn's third hit of the inning. Auburn had 2 hits through the first 3 innings. They have 3 hits in the first 4 batters here in the fourth. And here is Ike Irish. Ike already has a hit today. He's 1 for 2, a single up the middle, and a strikeout for the freshman from Michigan. You talk about guys who do not act like freshmen. And Irish fits that bill. Here's the pitch. Ike pulls it foul past first. He read that off-speed pitch inside the whole way, waited on it, and it was so far inside, it was probably a ball. So far inside that even waiting on it, he still pulled it foul. Here's the 0-1. Fastball up and in. It's a ball and a strike to the Auburn DH. Ike's interviews, his approach to the game, everything just seems a couple of years beyond freshman level. Throw to first, nearly threw it away. Riopelle had to reach across Pierce to keep that one from flying into foul territory. 3-3 our score in the fourth inning. The pitch. Swing and a foul back. He waited on the off-speed pitch and fouled it back to the screen. 1-2 to Irish. Ike plays with great emotion, too. Got that bright orange bat. Digs a little dirt around. 1-2 pitch. Line drive down the left field line. Slicing foul. Well, he's pulled one down the right side foul, and he just sliced it up the left side foul. Time to straighten one out. Still a ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on, 2 in on Caden Green's home run. And the catcher Heyman jogs out. He'll bring the corner infielders with him for a quick conversation here with Caglione and Seth Buckminster. Well, you have to slow down to say that, don't you? It can get away from you. Seth Buckminster gets a new supply of baseballs. Some of the other games in the SEC are just getting underway or have gotten underway in the last few minutes. Georgia and Vanderbilt are scoreless in the bottom of the first in Nashville. Vanderbilt going for the series sweep. Ole Miss has grabbed a 2-0 lead in the first at Texas A&M. A&M comes to our place next weekend. And Kentucky leads Missouri 2-1, top of the 8th in Lexington. Cats going for the sweep. Meeting over, here's the 1-2 pitch to Irish. Nope, here's a throw to first. And again, Pierce is back with a head first slide. Pierce does not have a stolen base attempt this year. He gets his lead. Pitch to Irish. Is pulled in the air, right side. Going back is Evans. Still going. It is over his head, and it short hops the wall. It'll be extra bases for Irish. Pierce had to wait to make sure it wouldn't be caught. He winds up at third on the play. 1 out double for Ike Irish. His 15th 2-bagger of the season. 16th double of the season, rather, for Irish. And they're at second and third with one out, and Kevin O'Sullivan is on. And he's going to make a double switch here as Caglione will go to first.
Yeah, they'll keep Caglione in the game, but they're going to make a pitching change, I believe, Brad. Yeah, they are.
Yep.
They will go to a right-hander. So with runners at second and third, 2 runs home for Auburn, 1 out here in the top of the fourth, and a tie ball game. Caglione is out as Florida makes a Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen.
Conecuh sausage is a product we all know and love, and it's the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, patented blend of seasonings, all natural casings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true southern flavor. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog or premium hot dog while watching the Tigers, and make Conecuh part of your game day or any day. Conecuh sausage is celebrating their 75th year. The Sessions family making their premium smoked sausage in Evergreen, Alabama. Be sure to visit the new Conecuh gift shop right off I-65 at exit 96.
Conecuh sausage called the bullpen for the Gators to number 41, right-hander Blake Purnell, 6'3", 210, a redshirt sophomore from Boynton Beach, Florida, St. Thomas Aquinas High School. Purnell, no record, an ERA of 7.88, making his 9th relief appearance. 8 innings, 8 runs, 7 earned on 5 hits. He struck out 4, walked 5, has given up a homer, and opponents are hitting 172 against Purnell. In SEC play, no record, but a better ERA of 3.86 in 2 previous appearances. And he pitched here on Friday. Yeah, went 2 innings against the Tigers. Gave up a run on 2 hits. He gave up he struck out a batter, gave up a walk, a run on 2 hits.
And one of the hits he surrendered was to Bryson Ware, who will be the first guy to greet him. Here's the change that's made.
I know what they're going to do.
Caglione goes to the DH. So the lineup will essentially be unaffected. Riopelle stays at first. Heyman stays behind the plate. And in the book, instead of pitcher, he's the DH now. All right, Bryson Ware has been hit by a pitch and put down a sacrifice bunt. He's batting now with 2 in scoring position and 1 out in a tie game. Caden Green is homered. Nate LaRue led off the inning with a single. Green homered. A fly out by Foster, a single by Pearson, a double by Irish. He's got another 2-hit game. Purnell's first pitch to Ware is high for ball 1. He gave up hits to Ware and Howell here Friday in the season opener. Bryson looking for his first hit of the game. First baseman in on the grass. There's a swing and a miss at a slider, tailing away from him. It's 1-1. Play Ware to pull in the outfield, understandably. They play him to pull on the infield and deep. Those middle 2 infielders are on the edge of the grass. The pitch. Fastball hit him. Came in and hit him. He tried to get the inside fastball and jam him after the slider away, and he came too far in, and the bases are loaded for Justin Kirby. Pierce at third, Irish at second, Ware at first. Kirby walked against Purnell Friday. Kirby has struck out and flied to right so far today. The pitch. Hit him, or got behind him, kicks all the way back past the plate, and it's fielded by Purnell. I thought surely that was going to hit Kirby. I'm not sure how it missed him, but it got all the way to the backstop, and we've talked about how there's only about 45 feet of territory behind home plate and a hard brick surface, no padding, and so it kicked right back. It didn't allow the run to score. Tough break. A ball and no strikes to Kirby. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the mid. It's 1-1. He was just a little bit late on a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Tigers have tied the game here in the top of the fourth. They have the bases loaded with one out. Purnell, that side delivery. Swing and a foul off the end of the bat. Back to the screen. It's 1-2. Cooper McMurray waits to hit next. Purnell checks his wrist guard, gets the pitch call, works off the right side of the rubber. Tiger at every base. The 1-2 pitch, way outside and back to the backstop, kicks high into the air. Here comes Pierce. He'll try to score. He will score. And Auburn leads 4-3, and Pierce is shaken up by the impact at home plate. He is still down. Auburn's athletic training staff is in. Purnell was covering the plate, and Bobby, I don't know if that shoulder rammed right into the shin or if it was something else. Pierce is getting up.
Boy, for a moment, he just didn't move.
No, at all. He is up and walking back to the dugout now with...
Well, the difference in that wild pitch, Brad, was the fact that when it hit, it bounced straight up in the air. Bobby still paused for a second and came home to score. It's just, you don't know what, it's hard to read what's going to happen.
Counts 2-2 to Kirby. Runners at second and third. Everybody moved up 90 feet. Auburn leads now 4-3 in the fourth. Purnell comes set. He deals. Swing and a fly ball right side, looping into foul territory, and nobody's going to get to it. Foul ball in the Bermuda Triangle over there. Riopelle, Curlin, Evans all gave it a cursory look, but nobody could come close, so we'll come back and do it again. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Cooper McMurray hustles, gets the bat. He'll hand it to Kirby. Boy, Justin may want to think about taking it to right field here.
Yeah.
That sidearm is going away naturally from the right-handed hitters.
And the wind is picked up out to right field as well.
It's blowing out straight to right.
It's pretty sturdy right now. Another 2-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat. I don't know how he got a piece of that. He had to reach over the plate. You're right. He was set up outside anyway, and it's tailing away from him.
Interesting that Riopelle, even with 2 strikes, is playing up on the edge of the grass at first base. He wants a shot to throw out the runner at the plate.
Yep. 4-3, Tigers lead. 2-2. Ground ball gloved by Riopelle. He's got Irish hung up. He'll come home, and they've got him in a rundown. Throw to third. Irish comes back, tries to sidestep the tag. Runner dropped the pitcher dropped the ball, but he is out. Irish is asking for things to be replayed.
They're going to say he held onto the ball long enough, Brad.
Yeah.
Riopelle
dropped the ball after the tag, but they will rule. And Butch Thompson is out. I don't know if he's going to ask straight on for the review or ask for the other umpires to conference. And they will conference.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Irish was caught in a rundown on a hard-hit ball to first, and that's why Riopelle was playing up. You had just finished saying they wanted a shot to get the runner at home. Irish broke from third. They got him in a rundown, and on a throw back to Riopelle covering the plate, he tagged Irish and dropped the ball.
Is Auburn saying at all, and again, we don't have the replay. We do not have a replay monitor.
Totally blind from that regard.
All right, is Auburn saying that perhaps the pitcher blocked coming down the line? Now, he didn't. I just saw the replay. Irish tried to evade the tag. The ball was dropped. I'm guessing they're going to say that he held on to it long enough.
Yeah.
And now it's up to Butch Thompson whether he wants to bring Birmingham in to review this and burn your second challenge. After the first one, we believe, clearly showed that the Auburn batter was hit by a pitch and they upheld the call.
Yeah. We weren't the only ones saying that, by the way.
We were told by the
radio
Florida guys
folks
next door that saw the replay in their booth.
Yep.
And now the question is, does Butch Thompson want to burn a challenge, his second of the day, on a play that, at least right now, no one is believing that he dropped the ball because of the tag, and it will stand.
It'll stand, and Irish is out.
All right, important on the play is this, that Ware got to third, and Kirby got to second on the play.
Yeah, the rundown lasted long enough. And now Kevin O'Sullivan is out, and he's going to change pitchers. He's going to go to somebody else to get Cooper McMurray.
He had a lefty and Cade Fisher warming up. And you've got a lefty and McMurray coming to the plate. So, again, Florida makes a Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen.
Check out the Talking Tigers podcast wherever you listen to podcasts.
This isn't the break. This is a call to the bullpen.
A series of one-on-one interviews hosted by the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham. Each week, Andy is joined by a featured guest with Auburn ties from athletics, entertainment, and other walks of life. Past legends and present trailblazers, insightful and entertaining. It's the Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham. Like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts today.
Yellowwood knows that a five-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts, cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For five-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Cade Fisher is on for the Gators, a lefty, 6'4", 215, number 3 out of Dalton, Georgia, Northwest Whitfield County High School. Fisher is 2-0 on the year, a 2.57 earned run average. This will be his 10th appearance, his 9th in relief, and he has a save. 14 innings, 6 runs, 4 earned on 15 hits. He struck out 17, walked only 4, has yet to give up a homer, and opponents are hitting .259 against Cade Fisher. The official out at the plate getting Kirby was 3-2-5-3 on the put out of Ike Irish coming home on the play.
I'm getting text, and look, you take this for what it is. We just don't have a monitor here, but I've had more than one person say the ball was coming out before the transfer. But I don't know that you can risk your second challenge in the 4th inning of a game where, you may have to score 8, 9, 10 runs to win the game. There may be some other pivotal plays. So Cade Fisher is on, the left-hander, to try to get McMurray. Fisher is the setup guy for the Gators. Low three-quarter slot, lefties hitting .227 against him. Fastball slider mix. Here's the pitch to McMurray. It is low for ball 1. McMurray has homered to center, and he has walked. He's playing well to start SEC play. They play him to pull on the infield. He takes a strike in about the same spot as ball 1 was ruled. It's a flip a coin kind of day. A ball and a strike to count to the Auburn first baseman. Second baseman on the short right field grass. Here's a swing and a miss and an off-speed pitch, and it's 1-2. They brought in Fisher specifically to face the lefty and get him out of the inning. The 8th man to bat here in the inning for Auburn. Stretch pitch. Way outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We will take the local break at the end of this top half of the inning for our stations down the line. We'll just double up the pitch. Nope, ball 3 outside. Counts full.
And that's been a strike today.
Yeah, it has. You probably can't take it again.
No.
2 in scoring position, 2 outs.
Cooper may want to look to left field here.
Here's the payoff pitch. Low, ball 4. McMurray has earned his 2nd walk of the game, and the bases are loaded again here in the 4th for Kason Howell. Kason has walked, he has stolen a base, he has struck out. And the fifth-year senior, a chance with the bases loaded to pad the Auburn lead. The pitch, low and inside, 1-0.
Celebrated a birthday yesterday.
I didn't ask him what's it like to turn 30.
Oh, that's terrible, especially for a guy that's 50.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Took a good, healthy cut at a fastball. 1-1.
Says the guy who's over 60.
You're right.
There we go.
Which by your math would be 70.
Yeah.
Tiger at every base. The pitch. There's a strike down the middle. It's 1-2. Ninth man to bat here in the fourth inning. Tigers have grabbed the lead at 4-3. The pitch. Fouled off. Got a piece of it. It was up and away. Kaysen reached out. Still 1-2 to the Auburn center fielder.
Outfield assist this year. Langford with 1 in left. Robertson with 1 in center. Evans does not have 1 in right.
Ware is at third. Kirby at second. McMurray at first. The pitch missed low. It's 2-2. Cade Fisher, the third pitcher of the game for the Gators. The lefty. He's got his sign. He toes the rubber, looks home, comes set, and he fires. Swing and a ground ball left side, fielded by the third baseman. His throw a little bit high, but it's grabbed by Riopel, and the inning comes to a close. But Auburn grabs the lead. The Tigers bat around in the fourth inning. Caden Green, a 2-run homer, and they also scored on a wild pitch. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. Auburn is stranded 9 through the first 4 innings of this game. Tigers are punching back, and now they've taken the lead. 4-3, our score here in Gainesville. Auburn baseball brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others from COVID and flu. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. We go to our middle of the fourth inning break here in Gainesville. Auburn on top 4-3. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Check out the Talking Tigers podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. The Talking Tigers podcast is a series of one-on-one interviews hosted by the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham. Each week, Andy is joined by a featured guest with Auburn ties from athletics, entertainment, and other walks of life. Past legends and present trailblazers, insightful and entertaining. It's the Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham. Like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts today.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts, cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Really important. Look, this Gator team is very likely going to score more than 3 runs in today's game. They average 10 per ball game. Every pitch, every run you can score is critical. It'll be 8, 9, and 1. Evans, Robertson, and Curlin in the order. Tommy Vale goes back out there. He'll pitch with the lead for the first time today. Gators number 8 hitter Evans struck out his first time. Vale is at 64 pitches. Chase Alsop is in the bullpen. He was warming up last inning. First pitch is a swing and a miss by Evans, 0-1. Vale off the left side of the rubber. Here's the pitch. Off speed, lined hard, and foul down the left field line. 0-2. Loud strike by the Gator right fielder.
They have a lot of loud strikes with these
well,
swings, you know it?
Yes, they do. Yeah, every swing comes with bad intentions. Vale steps off the rubber momentarily. 4-3, Auburn on top. Tigers have out hit the Gators 6-2. Both teams have an error. Auburn is stranded 9. Florida's left 4. The 0-2 to Evans. Here it is. popped up off the hands. That'll get over into the seats. Bottom of the 4th inning. Florida's got Bethune-Cookman coming in here for a midweek this week. Auburn goes to Birmingham Tuesday for a game against UAB before Texas A&M is at Plainsman Park for a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series. 0-2 to Evans. Fouled off the plate, just got a piece of it. Still 0-2. That Florida sun just beating down. It's interesting to watch them water the infield.
I mean, they soaked it.
Yeah.
There was standing water.
Right. Yeah, that was my point. It wasn't just a little soaking, but they have to saturate it before these games. Here's another 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase a high fastball.
92 on that fastball from Vale. Evans down on strikes for the second time today. 6th strikeout for Vale.
Hey, that's, strikeout number 6. The K counter is presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1.
Right. Well put.
Yeah, did that beautifully.
He sure did.
What a rookie. Here's the left-handed hitting Michael Robertson, the center fielder, was hit by the first pitch thrown by Vale to him a couple innings ago. This one, is called ball 1, a little high. Robertson batting .306 for the year. Good speed. He's played a good center field. He swings and hammers 1-2 center, but Kason Howell is there. To his left a couple of steps. Makes the catch quickly to her down. Oh, for a quick 0. But both of Florida's hits have come with 2 outs. They're 2 for 5 with 2 outs today. Back to the top of the order, and Cade Kurland, who is 0 for 2. Vale settles in here, and he'll get his 3rd look at the Gators' second baseman. Right-handed hitting Kurland takes a strike down the middle, 0-1.
Velocity is hanging in there for Tommy. 92 on that fastball.
Pitch number 73 for the graduate left-hander is coming up. Here it is. It misses down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He has 6 strikeouts tonight. His career high is 8. It came against UAB in that midweek start back at Plainsman Park.
1-1 pitch. Missed low. 2 balls and a strike.
He had 7 last weekend in the Thursday night start against Georgia. Went 5 innings.
4 walks, 6 strikeouts, 2 hits allowed, 2 outs, nobody on. Here is the 2-1. Popped him up on the hands, jam shot. Shallow left, Foster the shortstop is back. Vale gets him in order in the 4th. That is worth an asterisk. We've played 4 innings in Gainesville. It's Auburn 4, Florida 3. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
By now, your daily routine is probably a little too routine. Don't you want to change? Don't you want to start playing by your own rules and escape the routine so your fantasy becomes reality? Where every night is an adventure, where new flavors are ready to be tasted, where it feels like you're a winner. Take a chance. Reward yourself. Make your routine anything but routine. Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites.
4-3, Auburn on top as we go to the 5th inning. The 5th is presented by Southern Union. You know what you could do? You can move seamlessly to Auburn to complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs. And how do you do it? You take courses at Southern Union and Auburn.
Concurrently.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At Southern Union's tuition rates.
Perfect.
All you got to do is let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. It'll be the same trio that started the fourth here in the fifth. LaRue, Green, and Foster. Nate's 1 for 2, a single and a run scored. Auburn has homered twice today. Cooper McMurray, a solo shot, and Caden Green, a 2-run blast. And Auburn leads 4-3. Here's the pitch to LaRue. It's a strike on the outside edge. 0-1 to the Tiger catcher. Cade Fisher, the third pitcher of the day for Florida. He winds and he deals. And he misses well outside and low. 1-1. Warm day in the Florida sunshine. The pitch to LaRue, waved at and missed. He has lived on the outside part of the plate. 1-2. Fisher. The pitch. Way outside. 2-2 the count. 84 degrees. Did you know I was trying to open mine?
Nope.
Wow. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He didn't throw him a pitch middle in. He lived on the outer part of the plate the entire at bat, and he did it well.
And that's what Nate LaRue just told Caden Green walking back to the dugout.
Yeah, and he stops and says the same thing to Cole Foster in the on-deck circle. Everything away. Green homered on a 2-1 pitch back in the fourth. That tied the game. First pitch to him, up and away. A ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Well outside, 2-0. Well, if you're a right-handed hitter against Fisher now, you got to try to start looking at poking the ball to right field. If he's just going to pitch exclusively away, the delivery. Outside, 3-0. Foster waits on deck. Fisher works quickly. And there's a strike, 3-1.
He's living about 91 miles an hour with the fastball.
He's in a hurry, too. Steps and fires. Ball 4 high. Second walk issued by Fisher since coming into the game. And a 1-out base runner for Auburn for the top of the order. And Cole Foster comes to the plate for the 4th time this afternoon with 1 out in the 5th. 4 runs, 6 hits for Auburn. Tigers have had all kinds of chances today. They lead by a run in the top of the 5th. Fisher looks at first, now fires home and gets a high strike call, 0-1. Stretched by the Gator reliever and the throw to first. A little soft toss over there. Caden, 1 stolen base, 2 attempts. Doesn't have a steal attempt in SEC play. Another right-handed batter against Fisher, the lefty. Foster takes a ball outside, and it's 1-1. They give up a lot of room in right center field. Fisher comes set. And the pitch. Swing and a foul at the plate. Got a piece of the fastball going by. I think that's the first pitch Fisher's thrown this inning on the inner half of the plate, and it was well upstairs. A ball and 2 strikes to Foster. Looking for his first hit, a walk and a pair of flyouts for Cole. Big hole on the right side. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at 1 low and away.
Oh, foul tip.
Oh, he got a piece. Okay. Just did get it. So the at-bat continues. 1 on, 1 out, top of the 5th inning. Rubber game of the series. Auburn won big Friday. Florida evened up the series yesterday. Again, Green gets his lead from first. Here's the pitch to Foster. And he missed it low. 2-2. Foster was backing away on one that didn't come that close to hitting him. Now the 2-2. Swing and a foul ball off to the right side. That's a good swing against Fisher. Left fielder Robertson, center fielder Robertson, left fielder Langford, a couple of steps over to the left. Right fielder Evans straight away. Pitch to Foster, 2-2, lifted up, right side, foul ground. Will it stay in play? It will. Riopelle is over, but he can't make the catch. Riopelle with his back to the plate, tried to make a running over-the-shoulder catch. High degree of difficulty. Got a glove on it, but couldn't look it in. So it's 2-2 still to Foster. Big battle going on here in the fifth. Caden Green, a one-out walk. He's there. Bobby Pierce waits on deck. He scored the go-ahead run last inning. Fisher comes set. He comes home. And there's a line drive, base hit, right field. Foster wins the battle. Green puts on the brakes at second. It's a single for Foster, Cole's first hit of the game, and they're at first and second with one out for Bobby Pierce.
Exactly what you said, Brad. It kept going outside, outside. It came inside a couple pitches, but kept trying to pound the outside corner. And by holding the runner on, there was more room to the right side. That's where Cole Foster put it. That one almost slipped by Evans out in right field. The ball was really hit well.
Seventh hit of the game for the Tigers. Here is Pierce. Bobby singled his last time. He takes a strike, sweeping across and landing at the ankles. 0-1 the count. Pierce has singled. He has reached on an error. He has scored a run. That go-ahead run on a wild pitch last inning. Fisher deals. Swing and a foul ball into the on-deck circle. Irish nabs it with his bare hand, and now it's 0-2.
Bare hand of his very own?
Yes. Irish's base hit. Well, Pierce's base hit last inning came on an 0-2 pitch. This one misses just a little bit low. A ball and 2 strikes. Auburn does not have a 2-out hit in the game, but a handful of 2-strike hits for the Tigers. Here's the 1-2 to Pierce. It's bounced up the middle and through. Base hit. Rounding third is Green. He's waved home. Throw comes into second. It's an RBI single for Bobby Pierce, and Auburn's lead is 2 at 5-3.
Just beyond the diving shortstop Josh Rivera. No chance to throw out Caden Green. And runners hold at first and second, 1 out of the inning. And the Tigers take a 2-run lead in the 5th inning.
And it brings Ike Irish to the plate with just 1 out. And Ike already has 2 hits on the afternoon, a single and a double. (5-3) Auburn. Tigers have 8 hits on the afternoon. The pitch to Irish. In at the knees for a strike. Good pitch. So Fisher, I wonder if he'll try to work away from Irish or if he's arm side to everybody. Here's the stretch and the delivery. He's down and away, and he missed there to even the count to Irish. A ball and a strike.
Well, we know Irish can go to any field and with power.
Play him to go the other way in the outfield, all 3 spots. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike. I couldn't believe it. 1-2 the count. One out, 2 on, 1 in. Pitch to Irish. It's in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good block there by Heyman to keep the runners from advancing. Foster at second, Pierce at first. If Irish can find a gap or a line again, 2 runs could score with good speed on the base paths, and Kevin O'Sullivan is making a slow walk out. He's just crossed the line. As the 30-second clock ticks down, he gets to the mound with 18 on the clock. And would they make a change mid-at-bat?
Well, there's nobody warming up yet.
Okay.
Fisher Jamison is starting to loosen up, but he hasn't started to throw yet.
Yeah.
So I think
so
no. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the answer. Seth Buckminster goes out and breaks up the meeting. Entire infield was in. This is an interesting timing for this meeting at a 2-2 count with 1 out.
I'll be honest, I'm surprised there isn't somebody already warming up in the pen.
Well, he knows his offense is capable of scoring big numbers. But Auburn's got a chance here to put up a big number of its own. 2-2 pitch missed just a little bit high, and the count is full.
That has been a strike today.
Yeah, it has. Framed or not, that's been a strike. Here's the payoff pitch to Irish. Foul tipped into the mitt.
Off-speed pitch, and he just couldn't hold off long enough.
Yep. So Fisher wins that one-on-one battle, and now it's Bryson Ware with 2 on and 2 out. Bryson was hit by a pitch in the 4th. He's laid down a sacrifice. He's been hit twice today.
Let's see if they pitch him to the outside corner, the lefty to the right-hand hitter.
First pitch. Swung on and missed, down and away. 0-1. 2 on, 1 in, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Fisher looks to second briefly, twice, now comes home. Swing and a fly ball to right. Back goes Evans. Still going Evans. That ball's gone! Ware's done it again! Bryson's 14th home run of the season. An opposite field shot, a 3-run homer. Auburn's lead is 8-3.
Brad, that was a flick of the wrist by Bryson Ware.
And Fisher didn't hit his spot. He was trying to go outside again. It was over the plate. He missed his spot by 4 inches, and Ware made him pay.
And Auburn gets the 2-out hit.
What a time for that first 2-out hit. You're exactly right. And now here's Justin Kirby. First pitch, fouled off, 0-1. Chased one near the dirt. Auburn 8, Florida 3. The pitch. Down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's thrown low both times. 1-1 to Kirby. Justin is struck out, flied out, reached on a fielder's choice. 1-1 is low again, and it's 2-1. Tigers batted around in the 4th. Kirby, the 7th man to bat here in the 5th. Swing and a base hit. Left field line. Could be 2. Kirby takes a turn. Langford cuts it off before the warning track. Justin digs. He slides head first. He's in there safely with his 8th double of the season. Justin Kirby, a 2-1 pitch, pulled it down the left field line. A 2-out double.
That was a nice job by Langford to cut it off.
Yeah. Yeah, made that play close at second. And now here's Cooper McMurray, the 8th man to bat. Cooper has been aboard all 3 times. He homered to center in the 2nd. He walked in the 3rd and in the 4th. Pitch to McMurray. Popped up left side, headed for the seats. The shaded seats. Dropped by a fan in a light orange shirt. 0-1 to McMurray. Auburn has hit 3 home runs today. Here's the pitch. Inside. 1-1. He's arm side to everybody. Outside to right-handed hitters, inside to lefties. The left-handed reliever, Fisher, comes home. Missed way outside, 2-1. Auburn has scored 4 times here in the 5th, after 3 in the 4th. The pitch. McMurray takes low and away again, and it's 3-1.
Yellowwood scoreboard. It's the rubber game of the series at J.B. Moore Field. Auburn and Ole Miss scoreless. Bottom half of the 3rd. Runner at 3rd. 2 outs for the Tigers.
3-1 pitch to McMurray. Fly ball left field off the hands. Long run. Langford foul ground. Chases. So does Halter. And neither guy can get there. It drops in foul territory.
Auburn women's tennis at home this weekend, on the road this weekend. They won at let me try this again. Won at Kentucky on Friday and lead at Vanderbilt today 3-0. 3-love there. That's Auburn men's tennis leading 3-0 at home against Vandy. Women's tennis just won the doubles point.
Excellent.
At Vanderbilt. They're both playing Vandy.
Payoff pitch to McMurray. Called strike 3. Caught Cooper looking at something. Cooper nods his head, kind of a tip of the cap to Fisher, who gets out of the inning. But Auburn sends 8 to the plate. They get a 3-run Bryson bomb over the right field wall. 4 runs on 3 hits and a walk. Make it 4 hits and a walk. No errors, 1 runner left on base. We're halfway home in Gainesville. Auburn on top, 8-3. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
It's a great day for Auburn Tigers to get vaccinated. COVID and flu vaccines are an important tool to help stop the pandemic. The Alabama Department of Public Health is offering the COVID and flu vaccines to anyone 6 months and older. COVID and flu are still on the rise. Don't let COVID and flu stop you from supporting your favorite team. Continue to help protect yourself, your friends, and our campus by getting the COVID and flu vaccines. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A. Download the Chick-fil-A app to earn and redeem points. Eat more chicken and War Eagle.
8-3 Auburn as Florida comes to the plate in the bottom of the fifth. A look around the Yellowwood scoreboard. Ole Miss 3, Texas A&M 1. They're in the bottom of the fourth in College Station. Vanderbilt leads Georgia by a score of 2-0. Bottom of the third in Nashville. Alabama and Arkansas getting ready to play at, just in a couple minutes, as a matter of fact, in Fayetteville. They split the first two games of that series. And Missouri falls to Kentucky. It's a sweep for the Cats.
Wow.
They beat Missouri today by a score of 3-1. Auburn softball is playing host to Ole Miss at Jane B. Moore Field. Rubber game of that series. And Auburn has gone on top, 1-0 in the top half of the fourth at Jane B. Moore Field.
Wyatt Langford, Jack Caglione, Josh Rivera against Tommy Vale here in the fifth. Vale's third time through against these big heavy hitters in orange. First pitch to Langford, a called strike. 0-1. Vale retired the side in order in the fourth. In fact, he's put down 6 in a row after a leadoff walk to Rivera in the third. Bottom of the fifth inning, the pitch. Off speed, missed a little bit up. LaRue didn't bring it down enough, and it's a ball and a strike. Langford has walked twice. He scored once. Hitting .368 for the season. The pitch to the right-handed hitter misses low. 2-1 the count. Vale, 78 pitches. The lefty, always off the left side of the rubber, fires. Fastball, just a little bit high, 3-1. Still 90 on the fastball. Chase Alsop has been down in the bullpen for the last couple of innings. I think he's ready when needed. Vale's pitch. Just missed, I guess, a little bit high. Your guess is as good as mine and his. Leadoff walk in the fifth.
Fifth walk by Vale. Boy, he was all around the plate.
Yeah. Both of Florida's hits came in the first inning. And now Darren Schoenrock is out, first-year pitching coach, veteran head coach. First year as Auburn's pitching coach, and he is out. And I think we'll see Chase Alsop here. The walk drawn by Langford. Vale's fifth free pass of the game. And we'll see. Maybe there's not a change here. It's just the battery with Coach Rock right now. It's 8-3 Auburn. Caglione. You know, it's interesting to me that Langford has walked as often as he has. He's walked 25 times as the guy batting in front of Caglione. Conventional wisdom would say he would get better stuff to hit because you want to avoid walking him and giving free base runners to the big guy. Here is the big guy, Jack Caglione. Pitch. Off speed and fouled back, 0-1. Went after the first pitch, as he so often does. Caglione is 0 for 2. He has struck out, and he has flied out to center. Wind is screaming out to right. Runner at first, Langford, nobody out, bottom of the fifth. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul ball off to the left, 0-2. Vale's out in front.
Tommy trying to go away from the 6'5 Jack Caglione.
Auburn on top 8-3 here in the fifth inning on getaway day in Gainesville. A long look in by Vale. Now he's ready, the 0-2 pitch. Up and away, 1-2. Tried to get him to fish. Rivera waits on deck. Vail comes set. Here's the pitch. Off the hands, popped it up, fouled it off, into the seats. Not a bad pitch.
Came back in on him a little bit.
Yeah.
Boy, that takes some guts
or
something.
Yeah, you have to have pinpoint accuracy when you try to come inside on Caglione, but Auburn's best success in getting him out has come when they jammed him this weekend. So it's especially tough pitching from the left side of the rubber, as Vail does. Here's the stretch and the delivery. Fly ball, popped him up, shallow left center. Foster calls everybody off, battles the wind.
Boy, he did. He battled the sun, too.
Yeah, had to lurch forward to make the catch at the last moment, but he did, and there's one out.
I don't know if he found that immediately in the sky.
And that's kind of what he just motioned out to Pierce something. I'm not sure what. I'd be lying if I told you I knew for sure. But it's one out.
The fact that you admit that is a step in the right direction.
Ouch. Here's Rivera. Pops up the first pitch, out of play, 0-1.
There is activity in the Florida pen right now.
It's a righty.
It is Ryan Slater warming up in the pen.
0-1 to Rivera, the Florida shortstop. Pitch to him, swing and a miss. Chased a high fastball, 0-2.
Boy, and he hasn't lost anything off the heater.
Still 92. A single and a walk for Rivera. He scored one of their 3 runs in the first inning. All of their scoring so far came in that first. Here's the pitch to Rivera. Change up, fouled off the end of the bat.
That was a pitch he just didn't think he could let go by.
Yep.
And he did a great job to get a piece of it.
77 on the change of pace. 15-mile-an-hour difference between the last fastball and the last off-speed pitch. Vail is at 88 pitches. Number 89 is fouled off as we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Langford gets a short lead at first. 1 out. Bottom of the 5th. Auburn on top 8-3. The 0-2 pitch is flied to right center and well struck. Kirby goes back. He's got it measured on the warning track, and he makes the catch. 2 down.
Well, he broke back, and you had thoughts that was going to get out of here, but as he got close to the warning track, you could tell he had it, as you mentioned, measured.
So 2 outs. And B.T. Riopel, who walked and scored in the first inning. And he also struck out in the third. 2 hits surrendered by Vail thus far. He's walked 5, he struck out 6. 90 pitches for the southpaw. And the first pitch to Riopel will have to wait. There's a low throw to first. Again, Langford has not done any running this year. Vail trying to get through the 5th. He comes set, he deals. Swing and a miss. Riopel with a big cut on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. It was a little up. Vail ready quickly. The 0-1 hit him. And that got him good. A 91-mile-an-hour fastball on the back, maybe near the shoulder. 2 out. Hit batter, and runners are at first and second. And Luke Heyman is the hitter. Singled and drove in 3 runs on a single and a misplayed ball in left. That's been the offense, or at least the run scoring today for the Gators. That was the last hit for Florida. And that'll be it for Tommy Vale. What a start for Tommy Vale today. Well, you'd like for him to have gotten through the 5th, but Florida has not scored a run. They have not gotten a hit since that first inning. Vale gave up 2 singles today. The walks were his biggest detriment. And Vale exits the game after 92 pitches, 4 2/3 inning. Flamethrower right-hander Chase Alsop is on as Auburn makes a Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen.
Conecuh Sausage is a product we all know and love, and it's the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, patented blend of seasonings, all natural casings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true southern flavor. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh Sausage dog or premium hot dog while watching the Tigers, and make Conecuh part of your game day or any day. Conecuh Sausage is celebrating their 75th year at the Sessions family, making their premium smoked sausage in Evergreen, Alabama. Be sure to visit the new Conecuh gift shop right off I-65 at exit 96.
With 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th with runners at first and second for the Gators and Auburn leading 8-3, the Tigers go to the bullpen for former mustachioed Chase Alsop. Sophomore right-hander, 6'1", 238 from Dothan, Alabama. No record on the season. A 6.48 earned run average. His 9th appearance is 7th in relief and 2 saves. 16 2/3 innings, 13 runs, 12 earned on 25 hits. He struck out 20, walked 8, has given up a pair of homers, and opponents are hitting .347 against Alsop. His numbers in the SEC, 2 relief appearances, an ERA of 6, 3 innings pitched, 3 runs, 2 earned on 5 hits, 4 strikeouts and a walk, no homers, and opponents hitting .333 against Chase Alsop. Boy, just a gutty effort by Tommy Vale today. He goes 4 2/3 innings, gives up 3 runs, 2 of those earned on 2 hits. Of course, he is responsible for the runners at first and second here in the 5th. Hit 2 batters. He walked 5 and struck out 6. He threw 92 pitches today.
Once you take that out of Tommy Vale, once you take 4 2/3 and 2 hits, you got to cut down on the walks, obviously, but 2 hits and 3 first-inning runs and nothing after that to this point.
I will certainly take the battle that he had in him today.
Yeah, it's well put. Yeah. It's not always just about the final result, but it's about the work that goes into it and the fight that was shown. And a few more guys jogged down now. Christian Herberholtz, one of them headed toward the bullpen.
Chase Isbell already out there.
All right, totally different look here from Vale to Alsop. Alsop, right-hander with a fastball in the upper 90s. Here is Heyman.
I guarantee you he's looking first pitch fastball here.
Yeah. Runners at first and second. Alsop's first pitch. Missed a little bit low.
Through the slider.
Yeah. It's a little cat and mouse game there. 1 ball, no strikes. Stretch by Alsop. And the pitch. Threw him another breaking ball. That one missed high, 2-0.
Butch Thompson near the front step of the dugout looking for some clarification from the home plate umpire.
No reason for Seth Buckminster to make any kind of motion toward the dugout like he just did.
Yep.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fastball. And that's called a little bit high at 99 miles an hour, 3-0. Runners at first and second. Langford at second, Riopelle at first. Here's the 3-0 to Heyman. There's a strike. Flip a coin. It's 3-1. I'll stop. 2 outs in the inning. The 3-1 from Alsop. Another fastball. Missed low. Bases are loaded for Colby Halter.
Every one of those pitches that were called balls in that at bat have been called strikes today. Every one of them.
Yeah. So here is Halter. Halter looking for his first hit of the game. He had a couple of hits yesterday Had one hit in the opener Friday. He has struck out and popped out to second here this afternoon. Bases loaded, Auburn on top 8-3. Pitch from Alsop. Missed outside, 1-0. He's not missing by much. Alsop from the wind with the bases loaded. Plants and fires. There's a called strike at the knees, and it's 1-1. Yeah, Alsop shaved the mustache April 1st. 1-1 pitch. Way wild, but it back kicked all the way to the plate, and LaRue was able to snag it, keep the runner at third at bay. 2-1 the count. I got in the elevator with him yesterday, saw the slick face. Say, oh, so the mustache was gone as soon as March was over. He said, absolutely, had to go. Clean slate, fresh start. 2-1 the count to Halter, the Gator third baseman, with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the 5th. Alsop delivers. Check swing on a fastball that was down and in, and now the count's even at 2-2.
He's bustling up today. He's been at 99. That's the highest velocity pitch we've seen from anyone this weekend.
Maybe the ball carries a little different from the mound to the plate here. I don't know. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, missed just a little bit outside, and the count is full. Well, I think
you got to come fastball here.
That's what I was about to say. You got to go with your best pitch. Momentum pitch either way. Alsop deals. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Auburn has scored 7 runs in the last 2 innings to take an 8-3 lead.
If Chase figures he could get the curveball over, I think that Halter would screw himself into the ground.
He's sitting fastball, isn't he?
Yeah.
Another payoff pitch from Alsop. Runners go. Line right field. Kirby comes on. He'll have to play it on a hop. 2 runs will score. It's 8-5 on a 2-run single by Colby Halter. Runners are at first and third with 2 outs. The walk and the hit batter by Vale come home to score. Heyman winds up at third. Just a 3-2 pitch. He reared back, said hit this, and Halter did, to his credit. Florida's first runs since the first inning.
First hit since the first inning.
Yep. Yeah, they've had a few. They've only had a few. They've only had 3 hits, but they've been productive. Pinch hitter for the Gators, Matt Prevesk, hits for Evans. Prevesk, a lefty, with runners at the corners. First pitch, fastball.
Golly.
Called ball 1. Yeah, Evans was 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Prevesk, a .304 hitter, 7 for 23, no homers, 5 RBIs. He has 4 strikeouts on the year. Open stance, left side. Alsop's pitch is upstairs, and now it's 2-0. Auburn's lead is 3 at 8-5. Auburn scored 4 in the top of the 5th. Gators have scored 2 here in the bottom. There are 2 outs. All 3 of their hits have come with 2 outs today. 2-0 pitch to Prevesk. Ball 3 inside. And for the first time since the first inning, the Gator fans are making noise. Stretched by Alsop in the pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner. It's 3-1. Prevesk 1 for 3 with an RBI. yesterday's game. 3-1 pitch. Fastball fouled off to the left. It's 3-2. He's gone to 3-ball counts, has Alsop to all 3 batters that he's faced. He walked Heyman, gave up the 2-run single to Halter, and now he's gone full to the pinch hitter Prevesk. Outfield is straight away. Auburn needs one more strike to get out of the inning. Runners at the corners. Here's the pitch. Fouled back to the screen. He just got a piece of it. Alsop has been in the upper 90s.
I don't think he's thrown anything but a fastball for a strike, or at least that has been called a strike in this inning.
He's thrown 18 pitches here to the first 3 batters that he's faced. He's trying to finish off Prevesk. 3-2 pitch. Runners go. And it's lifted, foul left side, long run. Pierce gives chase. He will run out of room. Bryson Ware was hustling after it too. They just ran out of time. They had room and they ran out of time. It bounced once and then onto the berm. Still 3-2. Eight runs, 10 hits for Auburn. 5 runs, 3 hits for Florida. Tigers have stranded 10. Gators have left 4. Nate LaRue back down into his crouch behind the plate. And another 3-2 pitch due Prevesk. Alsop comes set. Chase fires. Missed high and outside, ball 4. All 3 that have faced Alsop have reached, and now the bases are loaded for the number 9 hitter, Michael Robertson. Chase Isbell throws in the bullpen. LaRue goes out to talk it over with Alsop. Foster joins the conversation. Two runs in. Alsop had just 8 walks in 16 2/3 innings coming in. He's walked a couple here today. In SEC play, just 1 walk in 3 innings before today. Number 9 hitter Robertson, the 8th man to bat in the inning. He's been hit by a pitch and he's flied out to center. Bases full of Gators. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Three-run Auburn lead in the 5th inning. Alsop off the wind. Pitch home. Down and in, ball 2. Top of the order, and Curlin waiting to hit next. 4 straight batters have reached after the second out of the inning. Alsop works off the wind, the sophomore to the plate. Low and inside, nowhere close. It's 3-0. A walk means a run. Stretch. Alsop's 3-0. There's a strike. It's 3-1. Robertson was taking. A hit batter, a walk, a single, a walk, all after the second out. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4 low, and a run is in. Auburn's leads down to 2. It's 8-6. A bases loaded walk by Alsop, his 3rd walk in the 4 batters that he's faced. The 3 runs that have scored this inning have reached via walk, hit batter, and walk. You just can't give this Florida team extra opportunities. Coach Rock comes out of the dugout, and it'll be a short day, I believe, for Chase Alsop.
You have no choice.
Yep.
You're going to go get your closer here in the 5th inning.
Chase faced 4 batters. He walked 3 of them, gave up a 2-run single in between, and Alsop comes out, and Chase Isbell comes on for the Tigers on a Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen.
Conecuh sausage is a product we all know and love, and it's the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, patented blend of seasonings, all natural casings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog or premium hot dog while watching the Tigers, and make Conecuh part of your game day or any day. Conecuh sausage is celebrating their 75th year of the Sessions family, making their premium smoked sausage in Evergreen, Alabama. Be sure to visit the new Conecuh gift shop right off I-65 at exit 96.
Auburn right-hander Chase Isbell is on for the Tigers, a senior 6'2", 210 from Springville, Alabama, and a transfer from Sanford. Isbell on the season 2-1 with a 7.31 earned run average, making his 14th appearance, his 12th in relief, and he has 2 saves for the Tigers. 16 in the 3rd innings, 16 runs all earned on 24 hits, 17 strikeouts, 4 walks, 2 homers, and opponents hitting .353 against Chase Isbell. He pitched here on Friday, first his SEC numbers, no record, an ERA of 7.36 in 5 relief appearances in the league. He pitched on Friday, 1 inning, gave up no runs, walked a batter, and struck out a batter. And he comes on with the bases loaded and 2 outs, the top of the order up for the Gators, and 3 runs already home. When this inning started, Auburn led 8-3, but the Gators have put 3 on the board. And it's now an 8-6 ball game, and the top of the order in Cade Kurland coming to the plate for Florida.
Kurland, the only man who hasn't batted here in the 5th. They'll bat around here in the 5th inning. 5 straight have reached with 2 outs. A hit batter, a single, 3 walks since the 2nd out of the inning. Final line on Vail, 5 runs, 4 earned, on 5 walks, 2 hit batters, and just 2 hits in 4 2/3 inning.
Let's check the Yellowwood scoreboard. They're through 4 at J.B. Moore Field. Rubber game of that series between Auburn and Ole Miss. The Tigers lead 1-0.
Kurland is 0 for 3 today. He's flied out twice and he struck out. A base hit would tie the game. A gapper would give Florida the lead. He's also hit 8 home runs this year. Don't forget that. Isbell's first pitch. Missed outside, 1-0. Auburn scored 4 in the top of the 5th. Florida has scored 3 in the bottom. Here's the pitch. There's a fast strike at the knees, and it's 1-1. Been a long half inning for Auburn out there in the field. Wind in the 1-1 delivery. Missed low and away. Back pick, throw to first, not in time. Runner is back with a head first slide. That's Robertson. Halter is at 3rd. Prevesk is at 2nd. Robertson is at 1st. 2 balls and a strike to Kurland. Wind blowing out to right. Kurland, a right-handed hitter. Isbell, the righty, delivers. Missed down and it swung on and missed down and away. Boy, a hard slider, and Kurland could not stop his swing. It's 2-2. Florida has 3 2-out hits today. All 3 of their hits have come with 2 outs. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, foul past 3rd. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Gators' second baseman. Boy, the pace of this game is just grinded to a halt, too. Auburn with 3 in the 4th, 4 in the 5th. Florida with 3 here in the bottom of the 5th. And another 2-2 from Isbell. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Isbell wins the battle and gets out of the inning. Both teams bat around in the 5th inning. Well, Auburn batted around in the 4th, sent 8 to the plate in the 5th. Florida batted around in the 5th Gators got 3 runs on 1 hit. No errors in the inning, and the Gators leave them loaded. All right. Well, if that was the 5th, what in the world is in store in the 6th? Auburn on top in the series finale, 8-6. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Don't miss the football season opener on September 2nd as Coach Hugh Freeze makes his debut as Auburn's head coach.
Pitch to Jarquez Hunter. Jarquez breaks one tackle and another down the sideline. 30, 25, 20. Goodbye, Jarquez! Touchdown, Auburn!
Don't miss any of the basketball, volleyball, or gymnastics action inside Neville Arena.
And a steal, Trey Donaldson. He's got a breakaway to the hole. Right hand hammer.
Be there as baseball and softball swing for history.
Reeves flies one into deep left center field. Howell is back at the track, and he brought it back in. What a play by Case and Howell.
AUBTix.com gives you a chance to check your seats and then buy or transfer tickets to any Auburn athletics event. Whether you need season tickets or single game seats, visit AUBTIX.com.
Conecuh Sausage call to the bullpen for the Gators. They go to redshirt sophomore right-hander Ryan Slater, number 13, 6'3", 190, from Palm Harbor, Florida, Eastlake High School. Slater is 3-0 this season, a 4.67 earned run average. This will be his 8th appearance, his 7th in relief, and he has a save. 17 in the 3rd innings, 9 runs all earned on 17 hits. He has struck out 18, walked 8. He's given up 3 homers, and opponents are hitting .246 against Ryan Slater. In the league, no record, an ERA of 6.75. This will be just his 2nd relief appearance. In 1 1/3 innings, he gave up a run on 2 hits, and one of the 2 hits was a home run. The other was a double. So he comes on. He is the 4th pitcher of the day for the Gators, following Cade Fisher, Blake Purnell, and the starter Jack Caglione.
Bottom third of the order for Auburn, Howell, LaRue, and Green with an 8-6 lead here in the 6th inning. You better keep on scoring against this bunch. Slater, lanky right-hander, fastball is called a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Fastball, slider, changeup, the pitch. Missed low and away. 1-1 the count. He struggles to land the changeup for strikes. Righties hitting .219 against him. Lefties .258. The pitch pulled, foul down the left field line. Boy, Howell got a good swing. He was just a little bit early on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. The fastball in the low 90s. It'll top out at 94. Slider in the low 80s. Winding the pitch. Swing and a pop fly. Shortstop back on the edge of the grass. Rivera now in on the dirt. Makes the catch. 1 down in the top of the 6th inning, and Nate LaRue the batter. Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. With their spacious cancer center, patients can make cancer a distant memory instead of a distant drive. That's why East Alabama Health is Auburn's home field advantage. LaRue is 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Pitch to Nate. Swing and a fly ball right side. Riopelle gives chase, but that will land in the seats about 10 rows up.
On the Yellowwood scoreboard, Texas A&M and Ole Miss are tied at 3, bottom half of the 5th in College Station. Vanderbilt leads Georgia 3-0, bottom of the 5th in Nashville. Alabama on top at Arkansas, 2-1 in the 1st.
0-1 is waved at and missed by LaRue. That was a slider, and it's 0-2.
And one final today, Kentucky completes the sweep of Missouri 3-1.
Kentucky's 8-1 in the league through the first 3 weekends. 1-2 to LaRue. Took it well outside and low. A ball and 2 strikes. Caden Green waits on deck. Nobody on, 1 out, 6th inning, 8-6 Auburn. Pitch to LaRue. Called strike 3. Got him with a slider inside. And LaRue with a word or two for the home plate umpire.
I guarantee you, Nate's saying, where was that pitch in the bottom of the last inning?
He's still chirping.
Golly bum.
Here's Caden Green. First pitch. Fastball down the middle, strike one. Green with his second home run of the year a couple of innings ago. That tied the game. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a slider, 0-2. Boy, Slater has come in here with all the confidence of a leading closer. The 0-2 pitch. Missed down and away. Green able to hold off. He's gotten ahead, and that's been the key. Auburn has not been retired in order today. In danger of it here. The 1-2 pitch. Well outside, it's 2-2. Slater, the fourth pitcher of the day. Caglione knocked out in the fourth inning. Pitch to Green. Missed a little bit low. And the count is full. Boy, Slater goes in a hurry. As most pitchers do now, especially with nobody on base. Here's a payoff pitch with 2 outs to Caden Green. Ground ball to third. Fielded by Halter. He throws, inning over, and Auburn is retired in order for the first time today. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 8-6 Tigers. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage on their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
We've all fallen into boring routines. We just keep doing what has to get done. Isn't it time to escape the old routine and make time for yourself? Make time to go out with old friends. Make time to add excitement back into your life. Make time to feel like a winner again. Life is more fun when you live it. So what are you waiting for? Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others from COVID and flu. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for Florida in the bottom of the 6th. Langford, Caglione, and Rivera. Gators have crawled back into the game. 8-6. They scored 3 in the bottom of the 5th to close the gap. Chase Isbell on for his first full inning of relief. It's interesting the things you notice here between innings. Nate LaRue, who had something for today's home plate umpire on his way back to the dugout after a strikeout call. And the two continued the conversation in between innings. Nate, while behind the plate, taking the warm-up pitches from Isbell, and Buckminster about 8 feet away from him, but they continued to talk during that break. Now we're ready for the 6th. At the end of the day, you got to get the hitters. You got to find a way to get these guys out. Here's Langford, who has walked 3 times today, and he pulls the first pitch down the left field line for extra bases. Langford on his way to second. It'll be his 8th double of the season, a stand-up double to lead off the 6th inning. And the tying run comes to the plate in the form of Jack Caglione. Caglione is 0 for 3 today. A strikeout, a fly out, a couple of flyouts. Isbell did not face him Friday. Remember, they sent up a pinch hitter in the 9th for Caglione in a game that was out of hand. First delivery from Isbell. Breaking ball, strike one. Auburn's lead 8-6. The 0-1. Fastball pulled down the right field line, hit well, hit deep, hit foul. He hit it out of the ballpark, but it was foul. And not by much.
That was a laser beam.
He just missed a game-tying home run. 0-2. Isbell tried to sneak the fastball. He didn't get it far enough in. Crowd is buzzing. The 0-2 pitch. Missed high. 1-2. Went back to the fastball, but it was up and a little out. See what he pulls out of his bag of tricks here. A ball and 2 strikes. Runner at second. Nobody out. 6th inning. Caglione the tying run at the plate. Isbell deals. It is hit on the ground. Foul pass first. Breaking ball. You're not going to sneak much by this guy.
No.
Have to deal with this part of the order at least 2 more times, counting this one. Isbell looks to second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Threw the fastball up and by him.
95. That wasn't just a fastball. That was a heater and elevated.
First out of the inning. And now Josh Rivera. Better keep the pedal down, though. Every one of these guys, with the exception of Kurland, 2 through 8 in the order, all had multiple hits in yesterday's game. Here's the first pitch to Rivera with a runner at second. Breaking ball, strike. Dropped in there for strike 1 to the Gators shortstop, who has singled, walked, and flied to right. Righty-righty matchup. Isbell delivers. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. He had Rivera off balance. He's thrown him 2 off-speed pitches to start the at-bat. Langford leads from second. Isbell comes set. Here's the pitch. Same pitch. This time Rivera stayed put. It missed low. 1-2. Riopelle on deck.
Uh-oh.
And Isbell felt something, and he's hurt.
He is holding his left side.
Auburn's athletic training staff is out, and Butch Thompson
Anthony
comes
Sanderson and Wynn Grantham, the head coach, coming out as well. Oh, boy.
Yeah, he was pulling at his left side, left abdomen. All the infield gathered. Boy, you never like to see the head coach out to the mound. Coach Rock is out there joining the mix. And Chase Isbell.
You going to try it? Are you going to try and throw a pitch? A warm-up, perhaps?
He is. It looks like it.
My goodness.
All right. Everybody clears away. He looks upset after throwing that pitch.
Yeah.
Like it didn't feel good. So you're going to try to throw another? I don't.
No,
they're not going to leave him in.
He's bending over at the waist, and
Yep.
his day is done, I'm afraid.
Boy, oh boy. Left abdomen. And Isbell is walking off the field slowly. Auburn will have as much time as it needs for whomever is next. Hayden Murphy is out there. There's a lefty throwing. Drew Nelson is throwing in the bullpen. And we'll see who Auburn goes with here with the injury to Chase Isbell.
And Nelson will be given as much time as needed to warm up.
Boy, oh boy. Yep, it is Drew Nelson, who pitched a complete game Tuesday against North Alabama, and at one point retired 15 straight in that ball game. Nelson comes on. We'll step away here for a Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen.
Conecuh Sausage is a product we all know and love, and it's the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, patented blend of seasonings, all natural casings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true southern flavor. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh Sausage dog or premium hot dog while watching the Tigers, and make Conecuh part of your game day or any day. Conecuh Sausage is celebrating their 75th year. The Sessions family making their premium smoked sausage in Evergreen, Alabama. Be sure to visit the new Conecuh gift shop right off I-65 at exit 96.
Drew Nelson is on for the Tigers. Left-handed freshman, 5'11", 198 from Troy, Alabama, and Pike Liberal Arts. Nelson is 2-1 this season, a 5.09 earned run average. This will be his 7th appearance, his 4th in relief. 17 2/3 innings, 11 runs, 10 earned on 12 hits, has struck out 18, walked 7, has given up a homer, and opponents are hitting 185 against Drew Nelson. This will be just his 2nd SEC appearance, and it comes in relief as well. An inning and 2/3, no runs, no hits, 5 strikeouts, a walk, no homers, and no batting average against Drew Nelson.
Yeah, he finished one of the games up in Fayetteville 2 weeks ago. It was not the pressure situation that he faces here today, but a lot of encouraging things. And I asked Coach Thompson about Drew Nelson Wednesday at Tiger Talk. And I asked about, the midweek games and him pitching 7 innings in the complete game against North Alabama. You want him to help right now, but it also gives you a glimpse into the future a little bit. And he said, I'm not worried at all about the future. I'm totally confident in the future. Drew Nelson can help us win games right now. And what a spot this is for the freshman to come in and under these circumstances.
He was terrific Tuesday night. A complete game victory for the Tigers, as Auburn won that game by the run rule. And Auburn was ready to use Hayden Murphy if need be. They didn't have to. It was all Drew Nelson on Tuesday night. But with the apparent injury, and it appears to the left abdomen or the side of Chase Isbell, Nelson is on for the Tigers today. A runner at second base with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Auburn leading 8-6, and a 1-2 count to Josh Rivera. And how much does Nelson have in the tank?
Yeah.
After going 7 innings on Tuesday.
That's a good question, and you wonder, does this, was he slated to be the Tuesday starter, but he's pressed into action here? Does it matter, if it goes well, are you looking at a small role anyway? Zach Crotchfeld has just taken off from the dugout. He's headed down to the bullpen. We're only in the bottom of the 6th inning. There's a lot of this game left.
For both teams.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, Auburn has scored 7 runs, and they've done it in 2 of the last 3 innings.
For both teams who are now deep into their bullpens.
Yeah. Well, you hope the best for Chase. As a team, it's just another injury that this team is having to deal with this year. Without Joseph Gonzalez, Tommy Sheehan has only pitched 1 time this year. Those are a couple of really experienced arms that Auburn does not have the luxury of using.
They're hoping to get Sheehan back
soon. But right now it's the freshman Drew Nelson, and he continues to throw. He gets as much time as he needs to warm up. He will inherit a 1-2 count on Josh Rivera.
While he was in, Chase Isbell faced 3 batters, struck out 2, and gave up a double. So 2/3 of an inning and a couple of strikeouts for Isbell.
And he had gotten ahead of Rivera. Auburn has 10 hits today. Two have come with runners in scoring position. 2 have come with 2 outs. Florida has 4 hits today. 2 have come with runners in scoring position, and 3 have come with 2 outs. Nelson came in cold. I mean, he hadn't thrown, I don't think, at all. So the warm-ups continue. Auburn softball now in the bottom of the 6th inning leads Ole Miss 1-0. Tigers have only one hit in the game, but they've made it stand up to this point.
Men's tennis won at home today against Vanderbilt for love. They will host, I think, Alabama A&M in a couple hours.
All right, here we go. Nelson is ready. What a story it would be if the freshman comes on here. He's able to close the door in the 6th. Auburn clinging to an 8-6 lead. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Been an active Sunday in Gainesville. The 1-2 pitch to Rivera is low. Got away from LaRue. I don't think that Langford realized it got away from Nate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Nelson, left side of the rubber. Stretches, adjusts his cap, leans over, gets the sign and straightens up. 2-2 pitch. Misses low and the count is full. B.T. Riopel on deck. 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the 6th. Drew ready, looks to second, looks home, looks to second, looks home, comes home, and misses low. It's a walk. They're at first and second with 1 out for B.T. Riopel. Auburn pitching has now walked 9 batters today. We're in the 6th inning. That's how the Gators have been able to score 6 runs on just 4 hits today. Riopel has been hit by a pitch. He has walked. He has struck out. Both times that he reached with a freebie, he scored. Nelson to the plate. Missed a little bit outside, 1-0. 8-6 Auburn, bottom of the 6th inning. Nelson on for the injured Isbell. Misses way outside, 2-0. That one wasn't close. Langford at second, Rivera at first. Nelson stretches. Drew's pitch. Miss low, it's 3-0. A walk would load him up for Heyman. Threw a fastball for a strike on the outside corner. It's 3-1.
Drew needs to make sure he comes set.
Nelson stretches. 3-1 pitch. Fastball, ball 4 low. Bases loaded. Nelson's walked the first 2 he's faced. And Auburn pitching's walked 10 guys today. You can't beat Florida walking 10 guys. Here's Luke Heyman. Heyman walked and scored last inning.
Connor Copeland starts to warm up in the Auburn pen.
5 of the 6 runs scored by Florida today have been scored by guys who reached either by walks or hit batters. This game wouldn't be close otherwise. Here's the pitch. Nowhere close. Nelson pressed into duty after Isbell left on a 1-2 count with an apparent side or abdominal injury. Nelson's 1-0. High and outside, 2-0. Cole Foster checks in from short. Quick word of encouragement for the freshman. A couple of guys loosening for Auburn in the bullpen.
Hayden Murphy and Connor Copeland.
2 balls and no strikes to Luke Heyman. 3 homers, 6 RBIs on the, or 9 RBIs on the season for Heyman. Two balls, no strikes, the count to him. Nelson with 10 on the pitch clock delivers. Missed low, and it's 3-0. Walk means a run. Pitch. Nowhere close. Missed high. Walked in a run on 4 pitches. Nelson's walked all 3 that he's faced. And it's a 1-run game, and Florida hadn't had to earn a thing here in the 6th. 8-7. Auburn's lead is down to 1. Here's Colby Halter.
I think you got to go get him, Brad. You don't have a choice.
Yep. Darren Schoenrock was a step out of the dugout, but retreats back in. Halter singled his last time up. First pitch. There's a strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Ware playing even with the bag at third. Cooper McMurray not holding the runner, couple steps behind the first base bag. Middle infielders looking for 2.
1 out in the inning. A base hit would give Florida the lead. The pitch. Fly ball right field. Kirby is back. He is on the warning track. Reaches up and makes the catch. Runner tags from third and scores, and we're tied on the sacrifice fly from Colby Halter. Rivera scores from third easily. Riopelle tags from second. He goes to third. They're at the corners with 2 outs. And we have a brand new ball game here in the 6th. 8-8 our score.
Well, that was within an eyelash of being a grand slam.
Yes, it was. Yeah, Kirby had to go all the way back to the warning track, jump up into the air, land right up against the wall. Now the 7th man to bat in the inning is Prevesque. Prevesque walked last inning. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball drops in for a strike, 0-1. Eight. Gators have scored their 8 runs on 4 hits. Nelson's 0-1 pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the mid, 0-2. And we still have 3 innings to go in this game, too. A lot of time. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Evans is down swinging, but 7 Gators bat in the 6th inning. Florida ties the game. They get 2 runs on 1 hit. No errors and 2 left on base. Gators have stranded 9. We're through 6. 8-8 our score. Conecuh Sausage is proud to sponsor Auburn baseball. Conecuh Smoked Sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating. Now you can enjoy their grilled sausage dogs and premium hot dogs inside Plainsman Park. Conecuh, still family owned and made in Evergreen, Alabama since 1947. Make Conecuh Sausage a part of your game day. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Tiger Talk has been Auburn's weekly coaches show for over 30 years. Join Butch Thompson and other Auburn coaches every Thursday night at 6 Central. Send questions by tweeting at AU Sports Network or by emailing aubtigertalk@gmail.com. Tiger Talk is presented by Alpha Insurance. Don't miss Tiger Talk. Thursdays at 6 Central, only on the Auburn Sports Network.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Well, top of the order due up, and you can look at it this way with Auburn sending Foster, Pierce, and Irish to the plate. It's a 3-inning ball game, and it's in the hands of both bullpens. Ryan Slater retired Auburn in order in the 6th. Looked really good doing it. The lanky right-hander back out there to work the 7th. Foster, Pierce, and Irish due up. Brand new game, 9 outs apiece. Let's turn it back over to Andy Burcham to take you home on the rubber game of this 3-game series.
All right, Brad, thank you. Cole Foster, Bobby Pierce, Ike Irish for this 3-inning sprint. They lead it off in the Auburn 7th. Auburn has out-hit the Gators 10-4 today, but Auburn pitching has walked 11 today. We're tied at 8. Cole Foster, 1 for 3. He's been on base twice. Pitch to him. Outside for ball 1. A 14-pitch 6th inning for Ryan Slater. He winds and fires. Foster pops it up. Foul ground left side. Third baseman Halter now in fair ground makes the catch. And that's 5 in a row set down by Gator pitchers. 1 out for Bobby Pierce. Left-hander Philip Abner in the pen for the Gators. Pierce swings and misses at the first pitch. Bobby's had a nice day. He is 2 for 4. He's hit the ball hard 3 times today. The pitch to him. Chopper, left side, foul ball, 0-2. One thing that Slater has done since coming in the 6th, he has just thrown strikes. He hadn't been overpowering, but he has thrown strikes. He's induced a couple ground balls, some pop-ups. And he's gotten ahead of the hitters, and he's ahead of Pierce. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Missed outside. A ball and 2 strikes to Bobby. Reached on an error in the first. Lined to deep center in the second. Singled and scored in the 4th. Singled home a run and scored in the 5th. 1 out, nobody on in the 7th. And Pierce sends one into right field. Right fielder is there. Preves makes the catch. 2 outs. Boy, the momentum in this game has really shifted to the home team. Up to Auburn to turn that around. Here's Ike Irish. 2 for 4, a couple singles, and a couple strikeouts on the day. Left-hander against the right-hander Slater, who winds and fires. Strike on the outside corner. Two outs, nobody on for Auburn. That's 6 in a row set down by the Gators. The pitch. High with a fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ike Irish. 5 for 14 this weekend. Here's the wind of the pitch. Swing on a foul back to the screen. A ball and 2 strikes. Slater has gone to a 2-strike count to everyone he has faced other than Foster, and it was 0-1 when Foster fouled out. 1-2 to Irish. Up the middle to the shortstop, Rivera. 2 first, 3 up and 3 down for Auburn. 7 in a row set down by the Gators. We go to the bottom half of the 7th. Auburn and Florida are tied at 8, and the 7th inning stretch is presented by Chick-fil-A. The Chick-fil-A app is here to help you savor every second of the game. Just order ahead, score before the game even starts. Eat more chicken and War Eagle. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Hello there, my name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what
makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is you know you're going to get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. This is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches.
Order the original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
This game recap is presented by Regions Bank. Regions is a proud partner of Auburn University and the official bank of the SEC.
Florida scored 3 runs in the bottom of the first. Auburn came roaring back with a run in the second, 3 more in the fourth, and 4 in the fifth, and led 8-3. But the Gators have scored 5 runs in the last 2 innings. Auburn pitching has walked 10 on the day. And we're tied at 8 going to the bottom of the 7th. Drew Nelson is on for Auburn. 4th pitcher of the day, Tommy Vail, went 4 2/3 innings. Chase Alsop did not retire a batter while walking 3. Chase Isbell came on, went 2/3 of an inning, and with a runner at second base and 1 out, got ahead of Josh Rivera, 1 and 2, and something happened in his left side, and he was taken out, and Drew Nelson is on. The Gators scored 2 more in the 6th, and we're tied at 8. In the bottom of the 7th, Michael Robertson will lead it off for Florida. Drew Nelson winds and fires, and Robertson tried to hold up and did not.
Yellowwood scoreboard, Auburn softball wins the series, beating Ole Miss today 1-0.
Good job. 0-1 hit him right in the middle of the bat. That's the 3rd hit batter today for Auburn. Man, oh man, you just asking for it. Now you get to the top of the order. And here is Cade Kurland, who is 0 for 4. He's popped up twice and struck out twice. Go-ahead run at first base for the Gators. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Nobody out, and Kurland at the plate. How about a double play ball? Stretch in the pitch. High fly ball into left. Bobby Pierce in, makes the catch. 1 big out.
And quick to boot.
And now Wyatt Langford to the plate. He led off the 6th against Isbell with a double. And came home to score on a bases loaded walk. Langford has been on base all 4 times today. He's been walked 3 times. He's scored 3 times. Robertson with a lead at first and a throw over. Robertson 5 of 8 in stolen bases this season. Stretch by Drew Nelson. Here comes the pitch. Down and in.
Well, reading about how Auburn softball scored the only run of the game, Abby Smith came on as a pinch runner in the 3rd inning, stole second, went to 3rd on an error by the catcher. 2 batters later, stole home.
Oh, my.
That was the only run of the game.
Throw to first again. Robertson is back. Langford hitting .377 on the season, 7 homers and 19 runs batted in. He has scored 3 times today. Robertson gets his lead at first. The 1-0. Floats in for a strike. A ball and a strike to Langford has grounded to 1 double play this season. High set for Nelson. The pitch. Swing at a high fastball.
Goodness. I feel like your own back will be sore tomorrow watching some of these swings.
They just don't get cheated.
No.
A ball and 2 strikes to Langford.
I don't know. They haven't hit a ground ball with runners on base today. Like Auburn hasn't had a chance to turn 2 at any point.
Nelson stretches and the 1-2. Ground ball, foul past third. Is there a ground ball out at all today?
I don't. Yeah, that's what I was going to look at.
I don't think there is. There's not a ground ball out. They're just going up there swinging for the fences. Only have 4 base hits.
Mm-hmm. No, it's been the walk and the hit back. I mean, it's been the freebies today.
Yeah.
They've made their hits count.
Count remains a ball and 2 strikes to Langford. Stretch and a throw to first. Clever. Nelson shakes off the sign. Now comes set. Here's the 1-2.
Boy.
2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Langford. Robertson gets his lead at first, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Drew Nelson battling here. And a throw again to first.
It's the go-ahead run over there. You got to pay attention to him.
He has 5 stolen bases this year.
Might they try to do a little hitting and running on a 2-2 pitch?
Here it is. Fly ball into right. Kirby back at the warning track. It is off the wall. He misplayed the ball. Robertson on his way to third. He'll be held up there. That ball bounced off the wall 5 feet to Kirby's right.
Back-to-back doubles for Langford. He's been on base all 5 times today.
And runners at second and third with 1 out in the 7th. And here's Caglione. Kirby got back to the wall.
Yeah.
The ball just hit the wall to his right. And Auburn will walk, well, maybe not. I was about to say Auburn's about to walk Caglione, but before that possibly happens, Darren Schoenrock is out of the Auburn bullpen, or Auburn dugout, excuse me. And Auburn makes a Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen.
Conecuh Sausage is a product we all know and love, and it's the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, patented blend of seasonings, all natural casings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true southern flavor. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh Sausage dog or premium hot dog while watching the Tigers, and make Conecuh part of your game day or any day. Conecuh Sausage is celebrating their 75th year. The Sessions family making their premium smoked sausage in Evergreen, Alabama. Be sure to visit the new Conecuh gift shop right off I-65 at exit 96.
Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen for Connor Copeland, 5th pitcher of the day for Auburn. Copeland from Mobile by way of Pensacola State, 6'2", 185, senior left-hander. Copeland is 1-1 this year, an 8.82 earned run average, 7 appearances, 4 in relief, 16 and a third innings, 24 hits, 16 runs, 4 walks and 17 strikeouts. Teams have hit .353 this year against Connor Copeland. His 1-1 record, that is as a starter. He has 3 starts, 4 relief outings. The last time we saw Copeland in relief came against Georgia, gave up 3 runs in an inning of work, a walk and a strikeout, 24 pitches in that outing back on March 25th. That was the finale of the Georgia series, so it's been a week. Drew Nelson, 1 inning, 1 run, 1 hit, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter. Drew threw 29 pitches and 14 of them for strikes. The runners at second and third are his responsibility.
Reminder to you, A-Day comes your way on Saturday at 1 o'clock at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Tickets are just $10. It's a full day in and around the stadium, and it starts with the Frank Thomas statue unveiling at 10 o'clock. Just outside Plainsman Park. Tiger Walk next Saturday at 11:15. Kickoff for the A-Day game at 1. And then Auburn baseball against Texas A&M in the final game of that series at 3:30.
We will have the A-Day broadcast for you if you can't make it to the Plains, and we encourage you if you can. A-Day is always a great reason to come on down to Auburn, spend some time in the stadium and just around the city. Tickets are $10 at AUBTIX, AUBTix.com. But if you can't make it, we'll have the broadcast at 1 o'clock. Sort of be the unofficial debut of Jason Campbell as the color analyst.
Here's Jack Caglione, second and third, and Auburn brings the infield in. 1 out here in the 7th. The pitch from Copeland, misses low. Auburn pitching today has walked 11, has hit 3 batters. Copeland comes set in the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Goodness.
Down and in. 1-1 to Caglione.
Caglione figures he's got a couple of strikes he can just toy with if he wants. And he was swinging for the applause there.
A ball and a strike. Copeland comes set in the pitch. Line drive, base hit up the middle, and 2 runs are going to score, I believe. Throw comes home. Not in time. 10-8 Gators.
Playing the infield in cost Auburn a tie game there, because if Green is back at his regular spot, he's got a chance to catch a line drive. But because he was in and over, no chance whatsoever.
And the Gators are back on top now, 10-8. Still 1 out in the inning. Here's Josh Rivera. Those 2 runs charged to Drew Nelson. First pitch is low to Rivera. A ball and no strikes. Connor Copeland comes set in the pitch. Floats one in for a strike. And while this has gone on, Auburn's bats of late have gone silent. Tigers have been set down 7 in a row.
Yeah, their reliever has come in, Slater, and completely shut the Tigers down.
1-1, fouled off the screen on the right side, a ball and 2 strikes. Auburn has out-hit the Gators today 10-6, and yet trails in the game 10-8. Caglione with his lead at first. Here's the pitch. Popped it up, foul back here. Top of the grandstand.
Three of their 6 hits have brought in 2 runs or more. Heyman's hit in the first, scored 3. Halter's single in the 5th, scored 2. And their Caglione scored 2.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Rivera, the pitch. Chopper. Foster backs up. Goes safe for second base.
No play anywhere. Nothing he could do. Cole had to wait back on the very high hop. He was not going to get Rivera at first if he had gone the long way.
First and second, 1 out.
Just a fortuitous bounce for the Gators.
And here's B.T. Riopel. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Gators on top 10-8. At one point, Auburn led 8-3. First and second, 1 out. The pitch to Riopel. On the outside corner for a strike. Stretch in the 0-1. Swing on a foul up the left side. Runners at first and second for Florida. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. The Gators have scored twice to take the lead. No balls and 2 strikes to B.T. Riopel. The stretch and the pitch got him swinging. Strikeout for Connor Copeland. 2 outs in the inning. And here's Luke Heyman, the catcher. He's 1 for 2. He's been on base 3 times. He's walked twice and scored a run. 2 outs now with Caglione at second and Rivera at first. Copeland comes set in the pitch. Outside for ball 1. Two down in the inning. Copeland comes set. Here's the 1-0. Ball 2 inside. Connor Copeland, the 5th pitcher of the day for Auburn. Here's the pitch, swing on a line drive into left field. It's down for a hit. Pierce is on. Here comes Caglione. The throw home is not in time. And the Gators lead by 3. Pierce came on for that ball, but it took a second hop before it got to him.
Yeah, and then he had to take an extra step forward to make sure he had the ball secure for the throw, and that allowed Caglione the time needed.
Gators have scored 3 times here in the 7th and now lead the game 11-8. And here's Colby Halter. Had a big 2-run single in the 5th inning. Runners at first and second and 2 outs here in the 7th. The pitch misses outside, ball 1. He's the 8th man to bat in the inning. Left-hand hitter against the left-hander Copeland, the pitch. 2-0 the count. Heyman at first and Rivera at second. Stretched by Copeland in the pitch. Swing and a foul tip. 2 balls and a strike. Stretch by Connor Copeland. Here comes the pitch. Line drive into right field. That is down, and that will get to the wall. Rivera is home. Riopelle holds up. Third, 12-8 on a double to right by Halter. 4 runs batted in for Halter today.
All in the last 3 innings.
Matt Prevesk will be the 9th man to bat for the Gators here in the 7th.
They batted around in the 5th, sent 7 to the plate in the 6th. 25 batters in the last 3 innings.
And Darren Schoenrock will take his time going to the mound now. Second and third and 2 outs for the Gators. They've scored 4 times in the 7th and taken a 12-8 lead. And this inning, other than the hit batter to open the inning to start the 7th, this has been the Gators hitting the baseball.
Yeah, they're getting a little closer to even now. 9 base hits in the game. On the Yellowwood scoreboard, Vanderbilt finishes off Georgia. The Commodores move to 9-0 in the league, 4-0. They won today. Kentucky a 3-1 winner over Missouri. Wildcats sweep the Tigers in Lexington. Auburn's next opponent has the lead at home over Ole Miss. Texas A&M 4-3 in the 8th. Alabama and Arkansas tied at 2 in the 4th in Fayetteville.
Here's Prevesk at the plate. He's 0 for 1 since coming in to pinch hit in the 5th. Pitch to him. Swing and a miss. Four runs home in the inning for the Gators on 4 base hits. Second and third with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Prevesk lines it into center field. Here comes Howell, he dives and he saves 2 more runs, making a fine diving catch in center. And the inning is over. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors, 2 men left. We're through 7. The Gators are on top 12-8. And this is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Download the Auburn Game Day app. Find tickets, skip concession lines, be a part of game day giveaways. Shop the latest Auburn gear. Stay current with a comprehensive social media stream. Participate in game day light shows. Plus, listen to every Auburn Sports Network broadcast, even when multiple games are happening simultaneously. On the official mobile app of Auburn Athletics, the Auburn Game Day app. Get it today.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. In fact, the CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
2 more innings for Auburn to try and overcome now a 4-run deficit. It's 12-8 Gators as Auburn comes to the plate in the 8th. Bryson Ware, Justin Kirby, and Cooper McMurray to face Ryan Slater, who has been terrific. He has set down all 6 men he has faced. The Gator pitchers have set down 7 in a row. In the meantime, Florida's bats have caught fire. Auburn is down in its pitching, to be sure, as the starter Vale went 4 2/3 innings, but Chase Alsop didn't retire a batter. Chase Isbell came in and had to leave the game with an injury to the left abdomen, it appeared. And on a Sunday in the SEC, against this bunch, you're in a little bit of trouble when you get there. Here's Bryson Ware. Shows bunt, bunts it. Third base side, and it rolls foul. Auburn needs base runners, trailing by 4 here in the 8th.
Well, they were able to show some fight, and the thing that, you liked early before Auburn finally broke through with 3 runs in that 4th inning. They only had 1 run through the first 3, but they left 6 guys on base. They were getting guys on. They were putting pressure on Caglione. They've yet to be able to figure out Slater to try and do that.
Got Caglione out of the game after just 3 1/3 innings. 0-1 inside, ball 1. I guess. A ball and a strike to Ware. Here's the wind and the pitch. Bryson, jam shot on a hop to the shortstop, Rivera. His throw to first is in time.
They're just not getting square swings, not getting the barrel to the ball against Slater.
7 in a row set down by Slater, 8 in a row by Florida pitching. 1 out here in the 8th, and here's Justin Kirby. Justin is 1 for 4 on the afternoon. Swings and misses. Wind in the pitch. Bounces up there, ball and a strike to Kirby.
Slater only pitched 4 times in the month of March. His last action had been against Alabama back on March 17th.
1-1. Kirby takes a strike on the outside corner, 1-2.
He gave up a run on 2 hits in an inning and a third in that matchup. 25 pitches. He's up to 30 here in this outing.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Goodness.
2 down. And that brings Cooper McMurray to the plate. He homered to center in the 2nd. He's walked twice and struck out looking. Tigers trail 12-8. We're in the top of the 8th. 2 outs, nobody on. And McMurray swings and misses. Shift is now on for Cooper. Shortstop moves to the first base side of second. The pitch. Swing and a miss. It's not the hard stuff that Auburn's having trouble connecting with right now. And Slater is in the rocking chair.
Auburn's pressing a little bit from an approach standpoint, too.
0-2. It misses low. A ball and 2 strikes to McMurray. Two outs and nobody on. 1-2 count to McMurray, the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Auburn retired in order in the 8th. 9 in a row set down by the Gators. Tigers trail 12-8. Stay tuned. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
A swing so powerful it takes our breath away.
Whoa, what a grab.
A double play that has us high-fiving strangers, swaying together with every take me out to the ball game, and the rally that brings us to our feet as one. At Alabama Power, we believe that sharing 9 innings of baseball makes us a better community. It's a powerful spirit that energizes the communities we serve. It's power for a better Alabama. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
It's here, Ford Truck Month. Come and get the best deals of the year on the only trucks built Ford tough. Drive home the rugged Ford F-150, part of Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck 46 years straight and counting. But hurry in because these deals won't last forever. It's Ford Truck Month. Don't miss it. Come and get it at your local Ford dealer. Based on 1977 to 2022 calendar year total sales.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 12-8, Florida on top. Gators have scored 9 runs in the last 3 innings, and Hayden Murphy is on to deal with them here in the 8th. Murphy, the freshman from Chula, Georgia, 6'3", 185, freshman right-hander. 5 appearances, all in relief. No record, earned run average just over 4 1/4. 6 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Team's hitting .310 against Hayden Murphy. He is a contact pitcher. Last time out against South Alabama back on March 21st. It's been nearly 2 weeks. 2 innings, 2 runs on 3 hits. A walk, 1 home run allowed in that game. Prior to that, his first 4 appearances of the year, he had given up just 1 earned run, had an ERA of over 2, just over 2. Stretched out a little more, 32 pitches against the Jaguars, his longest outing of the season. And now Murphy is on here to face the Gators in the 8th with Auburn trailing 12-8.
After the game, keep it here for the Regions Bank postgame show. Get the Auburn University Visa check card from Regions. Visit Regions.com/Go Tigers to order yours today. 9 1 and 2 hitters for the Gators. After an incredibly long TV break here going into the bottom of the 8th. Michael Robertson, Cade Kurland, and Wyatt Langford to the plate for the Gators. Florida leads Auburn 12-8. Auburn's out hit the Gators 10-9. But boy, the momentum in this game changed about the 5th inning. And Auburn has not been able to flip it back. Wind and the pitch. Swing and a foul back by Robertson, and that got Nate LaRue. I don't know if it got him on the arm or the shoulder. Glove side. 9 1 and 2 hitters for the Gators in the 8th. Wind in the pitch. Foul back again. 95 on that fastball from Hayden Murphy. 6th pitcher of the day for the Tigers. Right-hander off the wind in the pitch. Strike 3 call. Off-speed pitch. One out. And here's Cade Kurland.
At the Women's NCAA Basketball Championship, the championship game, second quarter, 3 minutes and change to go. LSU leads Iowa 49-38.
First pitch, a fastball in from Kurland, who is 0 for 5 and 1 for 15 this weekend. Wind in the pitch. Fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes.
They don't take any swings off. They are attacking.
0-2 to Kurland. Murphy gets his sign. Winds and fires. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. 96 from Hayden Murphy, 2 down.
First 2 strikeouts of the year for Murphy here to start the 8th.
Well, let's hope that's the start of something big for Hayden.
Yeah.
2 outs for Wyatt Langford. Pitch to Langford. Strike called on the outside edge. It's a ball game that's already 3.5 hours old.
Yeah.
Wind and a pitch. Missed outside, swept outside, a ball and a strike.
Looking ahead to the 9th, it's the bottom third of the order due up for Auburn. Howell, LaRue, and Green.
A ball and a strike to Langford. Here's the pitch. High fly ball to deep left field. That will leave the ballpark. 8th home run of the year for Langford.
What a day he's had, huh? 3 walks, 2 doubles, and a home run. Second home run allowed by Murphy this season. .416-footer.
Yeah, that was a bomb. And
109 miles an hour off the bat.
And here's Jack Caglione. 2-run single in the 7th gave Florida the lead. Pitch on the way. Down and in for ball 1. 13-8 Gators on top.
And Langford has scored 5 of the runs today.
Wind and the pitch. Ground ball foul up the first base side. One and one to Langford, or excuse me, to Caglione. Here comes the pitch. Foul pass first.
Mercy.
And I know there's some science to their hitting, but I mean right now they're just going up and trying to hit it as far as they can.
Oh yeah, they're just muscling the ball right now.
Doing that, Caglione is hitting .403 this season. 1-2 pitch. Line drive down the first base line, fair, and down into the corner. Caglione around first base, digs for second with the double.
Well, the first 2 hitters in the inning were swinging and missing a lot at high strikes. Langford and Caglione have taken advantage of the fact that Murphy throws a lot of strikes. He's a contact pitcher, and they've teed off in back-to-back at-bats.
Gators now out hitting the Tigers 11-10. And Auburn will walk Josh Rivera. Auburn hasn't had a base runner in the last 9 at-bats. And the Gators have found their hitting stroke here since the 6th inning. So Rivera is walked with 2 outs. And here's B.T. Riopel, who I'm sure is offended that Auburn would walk someone in front of him to get to it. 13-8 Gators on top. Runners at first and second and 2 outs. Stretch in the pitch. Missed the outside corner, a ball and no strikes. Off the stretch, Murphy. And the pitch. Miss low.
Good block by LaRue.
2 balls and no strikes. Auburn's next action is Tuesday at UAB. Auburn will play UAB at Regions Field. That's a 6 o'clock start Tuesday night. Our coverage begins at 5:45 from the Magic City.
7 of Florida's 11 hits have come with 2 outs. They are batting .500, 7 for 14 with 2 outs in this game.
2 balls and no strikes to count to Riopel. Ball 3. Murphy struck out the first 2 batters on 3 pitches in each at bat. Since then, he has given up a homer and a double and an intentional walk. And now a regular walk. And the bases are loaded. And here's Luke Heyman, the catcher. Heyman has been on base 4 times today. Driven home 2, make that 4 runs on the day. Bases loaded and 2 outs for the Gators on top of Auburn, 13-8. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Just inside. The stretch. And the 1-0. Outside ball 2.
Well, all of a sudden, he just can't find the strike zone.
It was a 1-1 count that Langford hit the homer, and a 1-1 count when Caglione doubled into right. Stretch and delivery. There's a strike.
Auburn walked 9 in the 3rd game of the Georgia series a week ago. They've passed that today.
Pitch. That is a grand slam. 2 left. The Gators are 1 run away from a run rule game now, friends. They have scored 5 runs with 2 outs and nobody on here in the 8th inning. A grand slam for Luke Heyman.
That is 8 RBIs in the game for Heyman.
And here's Colby Hayter. Pitch on the way. Ground ball to the first baseman, McMurray. To the bag, and the inning is over, thankfully. 5 runs in the inning for the Gators. We go to the 9th. Florida on top 17-8. And this is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
AuburnTigers.com is the official website of Auburn Athletics. Read the latest feature stories on your favorite Tiger teams. Get critical game day info, search videos and audio. Find how to get connected through social and digital media or by joining Tigers Unlimited. Shop the AU Photo Store or just find the next event on the athletic calendar. Plus, all athletics broadcasts are streamed free at AuburnTigers.com/watch. AuburnTigers.com, the official online home of Auburn Athletics.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Bottom third of the order for Auburn in the top of the 9th. The Tigers trail 17-8. 5 runs with 2 outs and nobody on for the Gators in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And it will be Howell, LaRue, and Green. That's the scheduled 3, and I think we're going to get some pinch hitters. Looks like Chris Stanfield will pinch hit to lead off the inning. Auburn led 8-3. The Gators have scored 14 unanswered runs. Stanfield will lead it off. Looks like Brody Wortham grabs a bat. He will be in the on-deck circle for the Tigers. As Ryan Slater tries to close things out for the Gators. The pitch. Stanfield takes it high. It's 10 in a row sent down by Florida. Since Auburn scored 3 runs in the 5th. There's a ground ball to the left side. Halter charges and throws and gets Stanfield at first. 1 down. And Brody Wortham will pinch hit for the Tigers. Eleven in a row stepped down by the Gators. Auburn led 8-3 at that point in the 5th inning. And haven't had a base runner since. The pitch. Outside, maybe a little bit low. 1-0 the count to Wortham. Wind to the pitch. In there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Brody Moss in the on-deck circle for the Tigers. Wind and the 1-1. Fouled back, a ball and 2 strikes. UAB Tuesday night at 6, then Texas A&M starting Thursday night at Plainsman Park. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 call on the outside corner. And here's Brody Moss with 2 down. Oh, excuse me, not Brody Moss. Excuse me, it's Gavin Miller, who now comes to the plate for Auburn. 2 outs and nobody on. We're in the top of the 9th. Tigers down 17-8. The pitch. Fastball high. Boy, Slater has been magnificent for the Gators. The wind and the pitch. Fouled back to the screen by Miller. Slater has not allowed a base runner since coming on in the 6th inning. The pitch. And this may end the game. Fly ball to the right side. Curlin underneath it, and the Gators win it. Florida sets down the last 13 men for Auburn. And the Gators pull away for the win, 17-8. Stay tuned. Auburn baseball continues.